Won the toss. They send Wilson and Steele deep. Gervais with a short kick. Taken by Wilson. To the 25. He's got room up the middle. Fumbles the ball. Recovered by Buffalo. Robin Senline down making the hit. Wilson fumbled the ball, but the Bills able to fall on it. So here's the offensive lineup for the Buffalo Bills. Bruce Matheson getting his third start. He has Cribbs and Bell in the backfield for the first, only the second time they have played together under Matheson. You see the rest of the backs and receivers. And the veteran offensive line for the Buffalo Bills. Jones has been the most consistent in that offensive line so far this season. Right now, Greg Bell and Booker Moore in the backfield behind Matheson. The give is to Bell, the leading ground gainer for the Bills, and he gets a yard or two. Let's set the defense now for the Miami Dolphins. Mac Moore starting in place of the leading sack getter on this Dolphin team, Doug Betters, along with Charles and Bocamper. The linebackers, Brophy is getting a start today, and Hugh Green really coming into his own after coming to the Dolphins from the Buccaneers. In the secondary, Blackwood, 2 interceptions a week ago against the Colts. Second down, 8 yards to go. One of the Dolphins was offside. What happened, Jimmy?
Well, it looks like there was some motion in the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills, who may get a flag for a little bit of too much action by the part of Mike Charles, the nose tackle for the Dolphins.
False start, number 7, offense, first down.
Jerry Markbright, the official, giving us the false start on Bruce Matheson.
Booker Moore actually started for the Bills in place of Joe Cribbs. Cribbs had an injury earlier on. In fact, a week ago, he was out of the game for quite a while, and that might be the reason for Booker Moore being in there today.
5-yard penalty will set up a 2nd and 13 now for the Buffalo Bills. Mark the ball back on the Buffalo 29-yard line. You see number 34 there, Booker Moore, who is starting in place of Cribbs. Greg Bell has been nursing injuries as well. Injured his left leg, only played in the 4th quarter against Cleveland a week ago. Matheson to the air for the first time. Intended for Bell, wide of the mark and incomplete. Bell, in addition to being the leading ground gainer, is the leading receiver on this Buffalo Bill team. Hugh Green back in coverage from an outside linebacker spot.
Hugh Green is a fine coverage linebacker. He was picked up, of course, by the Dolphins in exchange for a first-round draft choice from Tampa Bay several weeks ago. They simplified their defensive scheme in order to allow Green to come in and try to be an impact player right away. Some people have criticized the Dolphins for simplifying that defense, but Green has already begun to pay off dividends. He's playing well for the Dolphins thus far this year. On 3rd and 13, Chris Burkett comes in. 3 wide receivers in the game for Buffalo. Shotgun Matheson. Complete. Reed will be stopped shy of the 40-yard line. It'll be close to a first down, but not quite. I don't believe he made enough yardage for the first down. Glenn Blackwood made the tackle, preventing the first down yardage. Condre Reed has been the biggest surprise for the Buffalo Bills in the draft this year. He's a 4th rounder from Kutztown State in Pennsylvania. They did not expect a great deal from him. However, he came in and started from the very first day of the regular season.
4th down coming up for the Bills. It looks like they're going to go for it. No, now they shift into punt formation. John Kidd is the punter. Tom Vigorito is deep for Miami. You see Kidd, and there's Vigorito. Some outstanding punters on the field today. Kidd has averaged nearly 42 yards a punt. This one is a line drive taken by Vigorito on the fly to the 40 and stopped there just across the 40-yard line. Anthony Dickerson, the linebacker in the defensive scheme on special teams downfield to make the hit there. It was a 34-yard kick. The return 6 yards, and it was a line drive kick. He hung it up only for 3.1 seconds. Dan Marino in that high-powered Dolphin offense. And as you look at the offensive line, has really been banged up for the Dolphins. Dellenbach, the rookie, starting today, got a game ball against the Indianapolis Colts for his play a week ago. Hardy and Johnson, 2 tight ends for the Dolphins. They go to the run. Bennett straight ahead, gets a couple of yards. Ben Williams, Bruce Smith making the stop for the Bills. Eugene Marr, the linebacker, helped out. Let's set the defense for the Bills. Williams, Smirless, 4-time All-Pro, and the #1 pick in the pro draft, the rookie Bruce Smith out of Virginia Tech. Linebackers, Haslett, the #1 tackler on the Buffalo Bill team. And in the secondary, a pretty good defensive secondary for Buffalo. The rookie Burroughs Romes, the leading interceptor on the defense for the Bills. 2nd down, 7 yards to go for the Miami Dolphins from their own 44. Marino. Plenty of time, sets up a center screen, complete to Davenport, who gets up enough yardage for the first down. Marv makes the tackle.
On that particular play, the Dolphins decided to go ahead and take one of their running backs, in this case Lorenzo Hampton, and split him out wide to the opposite side. Marino steps back here. Now watch number 30 in the center of your screen, Davenport. He's going to fake as if he's throwing a block. The line allows the defensive people to come in, and they turn. He'll give a go call, and he'll break up field to try to get as many yards as he can. But the Dolphins, the important part on that play, they took Lorenzo Hampton, spread him out to one side to try to get him as a one-on-one situation with one of the safeties. In this case, it was Freeman. We'll have to look at that, Tom, as we go on throughout the game.
It is a first down by half the length of the football for Miami. Derek Burrows is the injured player, the rookie out of Memphis State, and evidently injured his ankle on the play, as you see him holding his left ankle, now being attended to by the trainers. Burrows, maybe one of the men that the Dolphins were looking to try to attack today, is injured here on the first pass play of the game for the Dolphins. Hank Bulla on the sideline. 7-yard gain on the last play, and the Dolphin first down. Lawrence Johnson comes in to replace Burrows. Johnson, 5'11", 204 pounds, 6-year veteran out of Wisconsin. Burrows, number 29, limps to the sideline. First score is in, and the Redskins at Three River Stadium break on top of the Pittsburgh Steelers. George Rogers with a 2-yard run. Schrader, the quarterback, for the injured Theismann. And the Redskins, rallying around their young quarterback, take the lead on the Steelers, who need to win in that tight AFC Central race. Joe Theismann will be coming up at halftime, talking to our fellows at NFL 85 about that broken leg that he suffered on Monday night. First and 10 for the Dolphins from right at midfield. Hardy in motion. Handoff. This is Bennett. Bennett gets across the 45, a gain of 5 or 6 yards on the play. Free safety Bayless comes up to make the stop.
In this double tight end formation the Dolphins have been utilizing, Bruce Hardy is a very important aspect. In this play, he's blocking for number 34, Woody Bennett. As you see Hardy at the top of your screen, number 84 blocking against number 57. That's Lucius Sanford. He allows the hole to open, and Bennett gets a few yards up the middle.
6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Dolphins. Dan Johnson, one of the tight ends, comes out. Lorenzo Hampton is in at a running back. He's in the eye. Gets the handoff here to the 40. Fights his way for first down yardage. It'll be close. And it was Smith making the tackle, Bruce Smith, from the defensive end spot for the Buffalo Bills, as Hampton, who is a rookie out of Florida, has been a bright spot for the Dolphins this year.
Although he hasn't started this year, he's been called on quite often to run the football. The Dolphins have decided to try to go with a younger backfield, and that's Davenport and Hampton. They've carried the ball often, although they have not been starters this year this far.
Hampton carried 16 times against Indianapolis a week ago, a high for a Dolphin running back this season. Again, by half the length of the football, the Dolphins pick up a first down to keep their drive going. Mark it at the 39-yard line of Buffalo. No score. 11 minutes to play in the first quarter from Orchard Park, New York, Rich Stadium. Don Shula surveys the scene. His Dolphins just a game out of first. The Jets and the Patriots are tied for first place, playing this afternoon. We'll keep you updated on that score. Marino to pass. Plenty of time. Now the coverage breaks down, but he completes it to Hardy down to the 35-yard line. Haslett makes the stop there. And Bruce Smith was the man that finally applied the pressure on Marino. The Dolphin offensive line has allowed fewer sacks than any other team in the league, and one of the reasons, Dan Marino with that quick release, he leads the NFL, as you see, in those categories: attempts, completions, and yards gained. 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions.
One of Marino's biggest attributes is his quick release. He's been sacked just 12 times, as you said, Tom, all year long. And that's with the patchwork offensive line. John Sandusky, the offensive line coach, has had to put a lot of people in there due to injury. And Marino has performed well by getting the ball off very quickly.
Bennett, the up back, Hampton, the tailback, and Hampton gets the call, fights his way across the 30-yard line. It'll be again close to a Dolphin first down, perhaps just a little short. Steve Freeman, strong safety, the 4th leading tackler on the Bills, comes up to make the hit there. Cleveland with a field goal from Matt Barr, 29-yarder, putting the Browns at home against the Bengals, up by 3. Expecting a crowd, 50,000 here at Rich Stadium this afternoon. They always turn out to see the Dolphins when they come to town. This is the latest in the year that the Dolphins have ever played in Buffalo. 3rd and 1 for Miami here. The give is to Davenport. Davenport fights with extra effort across the first down marker. And again, the Miami Dolphins will have enough for the first down. The safeties, Freeman and Bayless, forced to come up to make the hit, as that young offensive line did a pretty good job that time.
Well, they're going to have to do well if they expect to win this football game today. Lorenzo Hampton is leading Davenport up through the line of scrimmage. You see, he does not get the block, but Davenport, with his strength, runs over a safety and gets enough yardage for the first down. Dellenbach, number 65 there in the middle of the screen, is getting his first start at tackle for the Dolphins this afternoon.
Davenport, a rookie out of Louisville, with good second effort, picking up the first down. Marino, complete and out of bounds. Clayton with the reception, taken out of bounds by Johnson. And Johnson will have a tough time covering Clayton this afternoon. So Mark Clayton with the reception.
Clayton opting to wear those gloves in this cold weather side for the Miami Dolphins. This is just a quick timing pattern. He goes downfield and breaks, and Marino obviously throws the football well before the break point. They may try to take advantage of Johnson, who's in there for the injured player Derek Burrows early on in the contest. You might look and see him to go and fake that play and then go upfield for a score.
9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Miami. Inside the Buffalo 20. Hardy in motion. Marino will pass. Gets it complete to Hardy. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10-yard line. Romes took him out of bounds, but Hardy picking up again first down yardage. This has been a beautifully conceived drive so far, with Marino hitting the short men for yardage.
It has, and you have to wonder whether or not, because of the injuries to the offensive line, that Marino is trying to keep that short drop, quick patterns. You see, he just takes 3 steps. That's in order to allow his offensive line to gain some confidence before he tries to go downfield for a deeper gain. They may try to do that more often in this first quarter.
Buffalo had to punt on its first possession. This is Miami's first possession. And the Dolphins are all the way down to the 9-yard line of Buffalo. 8.5 minutes to play in the first quarter and no score. Marino looks for the end zone. Rose, touchdown Miami. Excuse me, it's Davenport out of the backfield. Davenport out of the backfield, making the reception, 8 yards, and a Miami touchdown. That was a beautiful drive.
Miami touchdown.
It was a well-conceived drive by Dan Marino, and Don Strock, of course, on the sidelines, the backup quarterback for the Dolphins, has a lot to do with that. That was Davenport's 8th touchdown of the year. That is a new rookie record for the Miami Dolphins.
And, of course, Davenport has scored 6 touchdowns rushing, and that was his 2nd on the pass reception. Fuad Reveiz tries to tack on the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Dolphins break on top 7-0. Reveiz is 33 for 33 in the point after department this year. Miami in front.
Marino was able to have Davenport, number 30, isolated on number 52. That's Frazier, the linebacker for the Dolphins. This was a play that, again, was something set up because of films earlier in the week. They realized that number 2, Frazier, would have to cover Davenport out of the backfield. He had a man-on-man situation and beat him to the goal line.
Wilson and Steele are deep for Buffalo to receive the kickoff from Reveiz. That scoring drive, 10 plays, covered 59 yards. Marino was 5 for 5. Wilson takes it in the end zone and will not come out with it. The Bills will take over on their own 20. Now to Ahmad Rashad at NFL 85.
All right, Tom, at the Meadowlands, the NFL's #1 rated quarterback, Ken O'Brien, goes deep to Wesley Walker, who beat number 26, Raymond Claiborne, on this play. And this play also led to a 21-yard Pat Leahy field goal. The Jets lead 3-0 in the first quarter.
That game, of course, of vital importance to the Miami Dolphin fans here at Rich Stadium. The Dolphins leading the Buffalo Bills 7-0, 8:25 remaining in the first quarter. This is the 2nd possession for Buffalo this afternoon. Matheson, the quarterback, hands to Bell. Little running room over the right side before he's upended and taken down after a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. Mark Brown, the linebacker, made the stop. He's the #1 tackler for the Miami Dolphins with 81 this season. As we check some other scores, Washington 7-3 now over Pittsburgh. And also in the first quarter, Houston breaks on top of San Diego. And first quarter, the Saints and Minnesota tied 7-7. Here's Cribbs. In now, number 20 for the Buffalo Bills, joining Bell in the backfield. Cribbs, the up back. Bell, the tailback, gets the call. Gets across the 25 to about the 26. Mike Charles makes the hit for the Miami Dolphins, the heaviest man on this Dolphin team.
Mike told me before the game that he tipped the scales at a slim 280 before the game started this past Thursday, as a matter of fact. Charles is playing nose tackle. As you see, he slipped the block by Will Grant, the center, number 53, and came in for the stop. Mike Charles was replacing an injured Bob Baumhauer, an all-pro for the years, and Charles has had to come in and take spot duty for Baumhauer over the entire year. He is the heaviest player in the Dolphins' history at 287. I don't know, maybe he was 7 pounds lying to me prior to the game, Tom.
And a little mix-up now. The Bills were up on the line of scrimmage ready to go, and now go back into the huddle. Mark Bright, the official, the referee, marks it ready for play again, and the Dolphins will line up defensively. As you see the stats on Matheson so far, started only one game in college, was a backup quarterback at Nebraska. 6'3", 203 pounds. He faces a 3rd and 4 here. Matheson has plenty of time, and it's complete. The pass complete to Chris Burkett, who takes it up for the Buffalo first down. Langford, the cornerback, covering on the play, but it went for 9 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Burkett has been a pleasant surprise for the Bills, also a second-round draft choice here in 1985. They thought that it would take him a little bit longer to develop, but Burkett and Reed have been really pleasant surprises for the coaching staff of the Bills. Here he beats Paul Langford, number 44, across the middle. Now, Langford is the quickest player on the Miami Dolphin defensive secondary, but he's a long strider, and they'll get him going in one direction. He has trouble redirecting himself. It's been a knock against Langford so far this year.
Buffalo's first down play comes to Bell. Not much there for him. Maybe got a yard. Mike Charles again comes up to make the tackle from his nose tackle spot. And Charles off to a good start today. Charles has come up to really work on center Will Grant so far in the game.
Well, it's a big mismatch as far as the time is concerned. The weight-wise, Will Grant comes in at about 225 as opposed to Mike Charles at 285.
Pat Leahy, 2 field goals for the Jets, trying to break that tie at the top of the AFC East with the New England Patriots. Second down, 9 yards to go. Matheson. Beautiful catch on the play. Plenty of coverage that time, but Reed able to make the grab and another Buffalo first down. Good coverage by Jay Brophy, who normally is tougher against the run than the pass, but Reed just reached over top of him to take it for a 19-yard gain.
Well, the defensive secondary, the Dolphins have had their problems over the year. This is actually a zone coverage. The wide receiver from the other side, as you see at the bottom of the screen, is cleaning the area out for Reed to come underneath. There was part zone and part man-to-man, called a combination defense. Langford was man-to-man on Reed, and he took him across the middle for the big catch.
Brophy came to help out, but it was Langford that had the coverage initially. Bell is ridden out of bounds finally by Glenn Blackwood. Bell tried to stiff arm him, but Blackwood just hung on and rode him out of bounds. Here are the stats on Bell. Interesting to note that Bell is the leading rusher and the leading receiver for the Buffalo Bills. And on the other side, for the Miami Dolphins, their man Tony Nathan is also the leading rusher and the leading receiver. Not often you see that combination.
Not very often. Bell has carried the ball just once in the past 6 quarters because of an injury sustained a couple of weeks ago against the Houston Oilers here in Orchard Park.
8 of 2 on the last play for Greg Bell. Matheson sends Reed in motion. Wide open was Cribbs, and Matheson threw it behind him. He just tried to lay it out on a touch pass there and came up behind Cribbs, who was wide open.
They're going to have to rely on Cribbs and on Bell if they're going to have to win this football game this afternoon. As you said, Bell, the leading receiver and rusher in the Bills offense. They faked the ball to both running backs on that occasion and tried to get them to slip past the linebackers and into the flat. It didn't work that time because Matheson, as you said, put a little bit too much air under the football.
Matheson signed as a free agent in September, spent 2 seasons as a backup in San Diego, didn't play much. He's 3 of 5 this afternoon. You see in college, we didn't see much action at Nebraska. 3rd and 8 for the Bills here. Double wide receivers to the left. Matheson looks right, goes that way, complete. Again, Joe Cribbs coming out of the backfield, takes the reception. It's going to be, though, about a yard or 2 shy of the first down. Bud Brown, the free safety, made a saving tackle. It's that far, says Matheson. So Hank Bulla faces a big decision here. He trails 7-0. Less than 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
In this situation, though, Bulla has really nothing to lose. A 2-9 team going against a club that's 7-4, still in the hunt, and the crowd doesn't like it as Kidd comes on the field to kick.
Looks like Don Shula didn't quite believe that Hank Bulla was deciding to kick. He was saying, stay on the field to his defense.
That's right. They'll keep their regular defense in the field. They insert Tommy Vergarito as a safety. He's usually the punt return man, but the rest of the Dolphin defense will stay in. They'll look for the run first or the pass and the punt last.
Vigorito deep for Miami. Kidd the punter. And it will be a delay of game against Buffalo, as the indecision will cost them 5 yards, but not critical here because they're in a punting situation, and Kidd has really shown a great knack for punting the ball.
Number 4, offense, 4th down.
Well, the Bills did that on purpose. They thought they would give themselves an extra 5 yards to try to kick the ball out of bounds, which Kidd does extremely well. As you see, 28 of his 68 punts have gone inside the 20-yard line. And so they took that out on purpose to try to give him a better angle toward the sideline.
Vigorito still deep for Miami. There's Kidd. The NFL record, by the way, for punts inside the 20 is 31. He's got a good shot at that this season. Parsons holds that record. It's only been kept since 1976, records on inside the 20. That one just hangs up. Vigorito makes the fair catch of it. And the Buffalo fans voicing their displeasure. Their team trails 7-0. We'll be back to Buffalo in a moment. Buffalo, a hint of things to come. Dan Marino with his first career touchdown pass to Mark Duper. 62 yards. And NFL opponents were to see plenty of that in the years to come.
Duper, that was his first start also as a Miami Dolphin. It's been said that you cannot overthrow Mark Duper. Well, if there's any man in the entire world that can overthrow Mark Duper, it's Dan Marino. However, he has not done it often over the past 2 years.
Duper, who was injured in the second game of the season, now back. Made some key receptions against the Jets 2 weeks ago. Led the Dolphins in receiving last week against the Colts as well. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 19. Marino with a strike. Complete down to the 40 to Clayton. And Marino really whistled that one in there as Romes on the coverage makes the stop. But there you saw the arm of Marino. 22 yards on the play.
Favorite pass plays the Miami Dolphins have run over the years. Clayton comes down and runs across the middle of the field as Duper from the other side cleans out the area. You'll see Duper, well, he's just beyond the screen, but he cleaned out the area, allowing the safeties to run back and respect his speed. Clayton comes across the middle.
All right, we've got a timeout. Miami leads Buffalo 7-0. Starting in the defensive secondary for the 120th straight game today. Shaken up on the last play, walking to the sideline. So that means now, Jimmy, that Buffalo has lost its 2 starting cornerbacks.
That could spell a great deal of problems for them. Now they're down to Johnson and Bellinger, the 2 backup cornerbacks, to go against Clayton and Duper, the speedsters from Miami.
First down for Marino, 6 for 6 this afternoon. That's his first incompletion. Off the hand of Duper and out of bounds as Duper was trying to stay inbounds. Tried to get a hand on it, couldn't hold on, and Lawrence Johnson in the coverage for Buffalo. First incompletion for Marino today. Let's check some other scores now. All right, Washington extending its lead on the Steelers, 14-3 in the first quarter at Three Rivers Stadium. Schrader with a pass to Clint Didier, 18 yards. Tampa Bay breaks on top of Detroit, playing in Tampa this afternoon. 14-7 New Orleans playing at Minnesota with the lead. Bobby Hebert starting for the Saints. 1st and 5 now for the Dolphins. 5-yard penalty was against the Buffalo Bills, so it gives Miami a chance now at 1st and 5. Buffalo penalized for offsides. Hand off to Davenport, short yardage in the center of the line. Ben Williams, defensive end, 10-year veteran out of Mississippi, and Guy Frazier, 5-year vet from Wyoming, combining on the tackle.
Tom, Charles Romes is back in the football game. That's good news for the Buffalo Bills secondary.
And Derek Burrows just came back in too. Burrows, who had suffered a sprained left ankle, apparently got it taped up, and he's back in the game. So the Bills with starting cornerbacks Romes and Burrows now intact, as Miami, after a gain of 1 on the last play, goes 2nd and 4 from its own 46-yard line. Tony Nathan and Ron Davenport, the setbacks behind Marino. This one bobbled but held and complete for the first down. First down catch on the play for the Miami Dolphins. It was complete to Nathan, who made a tumbling catch with Lucius Sanford covering. Nathan needs 95 yards rushing and receiving today to reach 1,000 for the year.
The Bills have a lot of confidence in number 57, Lucius Sanford. They think he's their best cover linebacker. He'll be on Tony Nathan much of the day, even on 3rd down situations. They have that much faith in him that he'll be able to cover Nathan man on man. Dolphins leading 7-0. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bridge Stadium, Orchard Park, New York. From the Bills 49, Miami puts it up 1st and 10. Marino fakes the draw. Fires incomplete.
Intended for Bennett. Tried to trap it. Couldn't do it. Good coverage by Marv, the linebacker, and Bayless, the safety.
When Duper was injured earlier in the year, the Dolphins were criticized for throwing the ball consistently to Mark Clayton all day long. In fact, in a 4-game stretch with Duper being out of there, Marino went to Clayton on 80 occasions, and that allowed Clayton to be double-teamed much of the day. Now Clayton coming back and Duper back in the lineup, they've allowed the underneath people, the Joe Roses and the running backs, to catch more balls, and it's opened up the offense of the Dolphins.
Top passing attack in the NFL, San Diego Chargers. Miami ranks second. Tried to get a little outlet, a little safety valve, but the pressure from Buffalo was too much. Nathan didn't see the ball. It sailed over his head. And there's Bruce Smith, the highly touted rookie, coming on to put the pressure on Marino.
Bruce Smith played a little bit of extra action in here. He knew exactly what was going on. He's a smart football player coming in. Smith, as you see, working on Tony Nathan. Now, Nathan's job is to get out of the way. They're going to throw a screen pass to him. Bruce Smith just sees the white jersey, grabs him, throws him to the ground, and disrupted the offensive pattern for the Miami Dolphins.
Smith, 6'4", 275 pounds, rookie from Virginia Tech, first player taken in the draft, and the leading sack getter on this Buffalo team. 4.5. Buffalo really doesn't get that many sacks. 3 wide receivers in for Miami: Duper, Moore, and Clayton. Joe Rose is also in on 3rd and 10. Premature movement for the Dolphins. The snap sails over Marino's head. He covers it back at the 35-yard line. Let's see if the whistle blew before the snap was made. Don Shula's team, always one of the least penalized in the National Football League.
Illegal motion, number 65, offense, penalty declined, 4th down.
Shula argued on that play that because of the offensive movement, the play should have been blown dead. And, of course, the play not having any option at all. You take the 5 yards and you go from there. Marino looked up because the offensive line of the Dolphins snapped. It was a good snap to him, but he was disconcerted because of the movement in front of him and took his eye off the football.
Dellenbach was guilty of the premature movement. The rookie starting today for the 2nd time in his career, had taken only 2 snaps before being inserted into the lineup against Indianapolis a week ago. You're looking at Donald Wilson, who's deep for Buffalo, as Reggie Roby will punt for the first time for Miami today. He has the wind at his back. Roby gets a short kick. Even with the wind, it sails out of bounds. They'll light up the angle. Let's see where they mark it. Well, these 2 highly touted punters having an off day today, both of them, Kidd and Roby. With 1:15 first quarter, Miami leads. Owner of the Buffalo Bills, many of the Buffalo fans say he doesn't have the horses, the all-time leading receiver for the Buffalo Bills.
That's right. Dominion is now a scout for the Buffalo Bills. Formerly, he was a scout for the Miami Dolphins.
Buffalo with the ball, trailing 7-0. They're at their own 33-yard line after a 33-yard punt from Reggie Roby. Matheson still at quarterback. Here's Greg Bell. They're still trying the running game and still not getting much. Miami's supposed to be weak against the run, but so far they've defensed the Bills' running attack very well.
Well, the Bills are going to try to run the football as much as they can today, simply to keep Dan Marino and the offense of the Dolphins off the field.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Buffalo as we come inside, a minute to play in the first quarter. Miami with a 7-0 lead. Matheson has Cribbs and Bell behind him. Send Cribbs in motion. Flags down. Matheson. Nice catch. It was Butler that came back to the ball, made the catch for a first down for Buffalo, as we'll check the penalty flags. William Judson was covering for Miami, but the reception for a first down will be nullified. As you see Jerry Markbright with the call. It'll be illegal motion against Buffalo. That one hurts. Hank Bulla on the sideline for Buffalo. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here.
Matheson has a lot of patience here. He has a great deal of time. Also, you see number 58, Bocamper, being kept out of the play. What a catch by Jerry Butler, though. This is the Jerry Butler of old. He's been out for 2 years with a knee injury. You see, he goes up and takes the ball away from William Judson. It's interesting to note also that Butler, playing in the cold weather all the time, also has a pair of gloves on. Will that be a factor as we go down the line? The Dolphin receivers prior to the game were saying, should we wear them or not? Butler wears them, and in that instance, made a fine catch with gloves or without them.
The penalty was on Joe Cribbs, who had gone in motion and broke up field too soon. It nullifies a great reception. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. This will be the final play. It's a draw to Bell. Picks his way up across the 30-yard line. And the first quarter comes to an end. That's the end of the first quarter of play at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, with the Dolphins leading 7-0.
Don Shula has been quite a role model for the youngsters in the community in the Miami area, as well as for the young people that he has touched while coaching over the past 20 years in the NFL. He demands so much of his players and from the people around him, but you don't mind because he demands a lot of himself, not just as a football coach, but as a community leader as well.
Former Miami Dolphin Jimmy Cefalo. Plenty of contact with Don Shula. 3rd and 10 here for the Buffalo Bills from the shotgun. Matheson pressure. He's sacked. Hugh Green, the outside linebacker, making the sack. Now let's check in with Ahmad Rashad at NFL 85.
All right, Tom, at the Meadowlands, the Patriots get a tremendous scare here as Steve Grogan, who's been the team leader the last 6 weeks, gets his left leg rolled up by number 76, Ben Rudolph. We have no official report on the injury, but he's walking along the sidelines. Eason's in the game now.
Well, after the broken leg suffered by Joe Theismann, everyone well aware of those injuries to the quarterback legs, of course, and Grogan, we'll have to get a report on him. Here's Kidd to punt for Miami, or for Buffalo. And with the wind at his back, he sends one sailing downfield. Vigorito takes it on the bounce, comes back upfield with a wall in front of him, and is finally taken out of bounds shy of the 25-yard line. Wilson made the hit and took him out of bounds there, but what a kick that time. As the wind at his back, he boomed it downfield. We'll be back in a moment.
Is brought to you by Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. It doesn't get any better than this. By the astonishingly simple new Sony Handycam. All the excitement of video movies now in the palm of your hand. And by the 1986 Volkswagens. It's not a car, it's a Volkswagen.
Tom Hammond and Jimmy Cefalo, along with Steve Dans, our producer, Andy Rosenberg, our director, from Rich Stadium, where the Miami Dolphins lead the Buffalo Bills 7-0 with 14:29 to play in the second quarter. John Kidd of Buffalo just kicking a career-long 67-yard punt. 67 yards on the punt for Kidd, the 2-year kicker out of Northwestern. Miami from its own 24. Marino to the air. Completes a short pass, but taken by Bennett up for the first down. Good running by Bennett after he made the reception. Frazier and Marv, linebackers, on the left side making the hit, but a 16-yard Dolphin gain.
A week ago, Marino completed 9 passes to the underneath people, the running backs and the tight ends, for more than 100 yards. The reason for that is that there's a lot of double coverage on the outside with Clayton and Duper that allows the people underneath, the running backs and and tight ends, to catch those little passes and turn them into big games, as Woody Bennett did on that occasion.
Marino, 10,255 career yards passing coming into today's game. The give to Hampton, Lorenzo Hampton. Gang tackled by a host of blue-shirted Buffalo Bill defenders. And now let's go to NFL 85. Ahmad Rashad with an update.
All right, Tom, in the Astrodome, Oliver Luck, playing in the place of the injured Warren Moon, lost an 8-yard touchdown pass to Drew Hill. The Oilers lead San Diego 14-0 in the second quarter.
And here at Rich Stadium, the Dolphins maintaining a 7-0 lead over the Buffalo Bills. 13.5 minutes now left in the first half of play. 2nd and 7 for Miami. And again, they go to the ground, and on the running play coming up to the 45-yard line is Ron Davenport. Davenport, the lone setback, getting the pitch. As we check other NFL scores, the Chicago Bears, trying to remain unbeaten, lead the Atlanta Falcons. In Chicago, Kevin Butler, 35-yard field goal. Cleveland blanking Cincinnati 10-0 in the second quarter. And there's the score. New Orleans leading Minnesota 17-7. Bit of a surprise there. Perhaps Aber has it cranked up for the Saints. 3rd and 4 now for Miami. Low snap. The handoff comes to Nathan. Nathan around the right side gets a first down before he's tripped up. Well, it might have been a bad snap or something, but Nathan able to pick it up and get first down yardage.
Nathan is the key to this offense for the Miami Dolphins. Over the last 7 years, 4 of those seasons, he's had 1,000 yards in total offense. They like to hand it to him. They like to throw it to him. They like to do whatever they can. There you see Steve Clark, number 76 at the top of your screen, getting his first start as a Dolphin today, making a fine block for Nathan.
Marino almost had to go down to one knee to make the reception of the center snap. First down so far in the game. The Dolphins dominating. They lead 7-0. Dwight Stevenson, the Miami center, a great blocker. A little low snap on the last play. Here's Hardy on the completion from Marino. Gets another Miami first down. Marr, the linebacker, in coverage. But they complete it to Bruce Hardy, who has a career-high year already coming into today's game. That's his 31st reception of the year. It goes for 12 yards and a first down.
This is an interesting play for the Miami Dolphins. There's a lot of options that Marino has on this particular play. First of all, he's got a screen set up to his right side to Tony Nathan. But his first option is to Bruce Hardy, the tight end. He sees him, he looks at him. If he's open, he takes it. If not, he dumps it off to the running back with a screen set up on the right side.
Hampton and Davenport, the running backs, split backs behind Marino. On first down, goes deep. Clayton, it's intercepted. Rhodes with the interception, played it perfectly.
Wants to keep that football. Anytime you can cover Mark Clayton as well as he did on that play, you keep the football for you. As a matter of fact, though, it looked like Clayton had a step earlier on. The football was hung up in the air by Marino. The wind seemed to play havoc with it, and Romes came up with the interception.
5th interception of the season for Charles Romes, who leads Buffalo in that department. Let's watch the replay and see if the wind does hold the ball up.
He flips the ball up because Clayton was open at this point. He had about a yard over Romes. There you see he's open, wide open, going toward the end zone. But the ball hung up in the air, and Romes comes back and makes a nice play.
Buffalo will take over, but deep in its own territory. Mark the ball at the Buffalo 3-yard line. Reed in motion. Matheson hands to Bell. Fights his way toward the 5-yard line. Maybe didn't get the 5. Give him a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up for Buffalo. Green and Moore making the stop. Remember, Mac Moore, the player out of Texas A&M, starting in place of Doug Betters at a defensive end spot for the Dolphins. And Hugh Green starting to really get into the flow of the defense for Miami now after coming over from the Tampa Bay Bucks in that trade. He's the 5-year veteran out of Pittsburgh. 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the 5. Miami leads 7-0. 10:38 to play, second quarter. Matheson from his own end zone. It's complete shy of the 10 to Ramson. Eason Ramson having the best season of his career receiving. Number 2 receiver on the squad with his 32nd catch of the year, but short of the first down. Mark Brown, the cover man.
What do you think the nickname for Eason is from the Buffalo Bill players? They call him Rambo. It's because of that physique of his. What a build.
Played for San Francisco in the Super Bowl and was the last member of this Bill team to catch a touchdown pass against Miami. He was playing for San Francisco at the time. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Buffalo. They need to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. They trail 7-0. Matheson to the air. Overshoots his man Booker Moore. Moore had enough territory for the first down, but the pass too tall.
They try to confuse the Dolphin defense that time by putting Booker Moore in motion to one side, then reversing fields and going back the other way. He had enough yards for the first down, but Matheson may be a little bit nervous under a home crowd here, looking at him as he replaced Vince Ferragamo a couple of weeks ago, throwing the ball high.
Matheson has been inconsistent so far in the first half. It sends John Kidd onto the field on 4th down for a punt. Remember, his last punt with the wind here, 67 yards, a career long. Vigorito is deep for Miami. Vigorito stands at about his own 42-yard line. Kidd's punt, another high punt. Vigorito settles under it at about the 43. Evaded the first man with the help of a block or 2. Still going, comes across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Jim Perryman, the leader of the special teams for Buffalo, finally makes the stop, but not before a good return by Vigorito of Miami. We'll be back in a moment. Minutes to play in the first half with Miami clinging to a 7-0 lead over Buffalo. The last punt by Kidd covered 48 yards. Vigorito returned it 13 and hung up for 4.8 seconds. And Marino, who has completed 9 of 12 so far this afternoon for 93 yards, has a first down in Buffalo territory at the 48 of the Bills. Remember, Marino Marino throwing against the wind this quarter. They go to the running play, and fighting for yardage is Bennett. Bennett gets one or two. Eugene Marv makes the stop. Marv, a 4-year veteran from Saginaw Valley. He's number 2 tackler on this Buffalo Bill team. The other scores around the leagues. James Jones with a 1-yard run for Detroit. Buffalo has made a history so far this season. In fact, the last 6 games of leading in the first half. They've led at halftime the last 6 games, have given up only 22 points in the first half in the last 6 games. They trail here 7-0. Dolphins again to the run, and a good hole up the middle. It is Nathan that finds running room, and again, that must have been the block by Dwight Stevenson, one of the best centers in the league, operating against Fred Smerlas.
This is one of the best matchups we'll have all day long. Stevenson and Smerlas. Watch Stevenson with the right hook. Watch this. Boom! Go back down. Have a seat. And that opens the big wide hole for Tony Nathan to run up with. His best attribute, Stevenson, is thought to be the best offensive lineman in the NFL, is the strength, upper body strength. He uses that leverage against Smerlas on that play to open up quite a hole.
9-yard gain on the play. It's 1st and 10 for Miami. Clayton is in motion. Marino again goes to the run. And again, it's Nathan that gets the call. Ben Williams, the defensive end, hanging on to make the hit, but not before a gain of 4 for Tony Nathan. Well, Dwight Stevenson, the offensive captain for the AFC team in the Pro Bowl a year ago, opening up the holes in the line. That time Nathan went wide and got 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Miami. And of course, both Stevenson and Nathan from the University of Alabama. 6 years for Stevenson, 7 years in the books for Nathan. 2nd and 5, that's Clayton in motion. Again, Nathan. This time he stopped right at the line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line. Guy Frazier, outside linebacker, who came over from the Bengals on waivers, makes the stop for Buffalo. Well, Bum Phillips perhaps hanging on to his job as head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Morton Anderson with a field goal, 47-yarder, and it's 20-7 Saints. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up for Miami. Clock ticks down toward the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. Miami on a Marino pass, taking the lead in the first quarter, 7-0. That's the count right here. Buffalo shows blitz, back out of it. Marino again, short completion, and again taken for first down yardage. Clayton, or Moore it is, with the reception. Nat Moore takes the reception, and Lawrence Johnson out of bounds, but a 10-yard gain and another Miami first down. The veteran Nat Moore. He's been doing it for so many years, it's hard to imagine how he does it time and time and time again. Nat Moore, he uses his shiftlessness in this particular instance. He goes inside on number 48 Johnson and breaks back outside. Nat Moore earlier on was a speedster when he first came out of the University of Florida. Now he's become more shifty of a player. As you see, Nat, he uses all of his abilities to catch a football and to get out of bounds. But Nat Moore, in 12 years out of the University of Florida, has changed his style to adapt to his particular present physical ability at the time. All-time Miami leader in receptions, touchdowns, and yards passing. Here's the give to Davenport. Davenport running right side. Gets to the 15-yard line, perhaps inside it. Ben Williams makes the tackle and sends Davenport to the turf. Davenport, the rookie from the University of Louisville, number 3 rusher on the Miami team. And with the reception earlier for a touchdown from Marino, breaking the Miami rookie record for TDs with 8. Dolphins continue their drive. 6.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Miami threatens. They already hold a 7-0 lead. Mark it right at the 15. 2nd and 6, Miami. Marino will go to the air. Touchdown coming up. He was wide open. Making the catch on the play was tight end Dan Johnson. Johnson with a reception. How did he get so open, Jimmy? Well, that's the advantage you have when you have a Clayton and a Duper on the outside. You draw the safeties toward the biggest threats on the football field. Marino looks downfield. You see him looking to the left. He's looking at Clayton, and then he comes back inside. The safety is looked off, and he's wide open for the touchdown. Johnson coming across the middle. 15-yard touchdown play. Second touchdown pass of the afternoon for Dan Marino. He has 87 in his career now, as Fuad Reveiz will add the extra points. The attempt coming up. Snap and the kick. And Reveiz is still perfect, and the point after category. He is 34 for 34 this season, and Miami breaks on top 14-0.
Dolphin players and the Bill players are wearing today. They are patterned after deep-sea diving gloves. They're very dexterous. They allow a player to catch the football while keeping the hands warm, which is very important these days. Actually, it's my Michael Jackson imitation is what I've been trying to do. But they are gloves that, if they work, if you drop a football with gloves on, people like Don Shula have a tendency to say, get rid of those things. It might be better off to have cold hands than wear these things out there today.
Well, they're made of rubber. Are they warm?
They're warm. They're warm enough to prevent the rawness of a day to get in. But, again, they are dexterous enough to allow you to catch a football.
Reves with the kickoff. It bounces once and is taken by Steele of Buffalo. He comes across the 20. And the Bills will put it in play at about their own 22-yard line. Trailing now 14-0. Don McNeil, special teams coverage with Robin Sendline for the Miami Dolphins. Last Dolphins scoring drive, 7 plays, covered 48 yards. A 15-yard touchdown pass from Marino to Johnson for the TD. It took 3 minutes, 28 seconds, as you see. Buffalo needs to get some offense going, Jimmy. They have just not been able to get anything going on the ground or through the air. Matheson has been inconsistent with his passing. He's had players open at times, but has not been able to hit them on target on several occasions. Cribbs in motion. Matheson, did he short hop it? Did he catch it? It is a reception. It is a reception on the play by Butler. So Jerry Butler again, maybe those gloves are helping out. That was a nice scoop off the turf.
One of the things that Hank Mulla did when he took over the Buffalo Bills was force the team to practice out of doors. They have a bubble domed place to go in and practice. But he said, hey, one of the advantages practicing in this cold weather, we've got to play in it. And you see a catch by Butler there that maybe is caused because he's used to practicing in these conditions.
It was close to being a short hop, but it was a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 for Buffalo. Just over 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Miami up 14-0. Matheson goes deep. The receiver, Butler, fell down. He might have been tripped. He went to the turf. Butler had a step on the defense. Judson was beaten on the play, and Matheson can't believe it.
That's the interpretation of the pass interference rule this year. There are 30% less pass interference penalties being called this year in the NFL than at this time a year ago. The rule says that if the defensive back is simply looking back toward the quarterback, then there's no penalty. And in that case, Judson was looking back, but he did trip Butler, and it looked like the chances for a flag should have been better than they were.
So on 2nd and 1, Matheson trying to get it all. He faces a 3rd and 1 now. High formation in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Moore and Bell are the running backs. Bell, first down, up to the 35 and the 36-yard line. Glenn Blackwood, the strong safety, made the stop, but not before Buffalo picks up a first down. Let's pause briefly now for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
And this is WSV and Channel 7, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Tom Hammond and Jimmy Cephalo, Rich Stadium, Orchard Park, New York. We're in the second quarter, 4:40 to play, with the Miami Dolphins holding a 14-0 lead on the Buffalo Bills. Miami needs a win to stay in the race in the AFC East. They're a game out of first. First down for Buffalo. Matheson, plenty of protection, now chased out of the pocket. He's going to run with it. He's got a first down. Slides safely in at about the 49-yard line. Matheson, who is the 3rd leading rusher on this Buffalo team, showed his running ability there.
Well, that's the difference between Matheson and Vince Ferragamo, the man he replaced earlier on. Ferragamo was a dormant guy sitting back there in the pocket. But here, Matheson is not afraid to pull the ball down and run with it. You see a little bit of his rookiness in this sense here. He's looking at Butler the entire way. You'll see Butler on the left side of the screen trying to block for him eventually. See, after the pattern is blown, all bets are off. It's like playing football back in the street corner. Go to the blue Chevy and make a left. Well, in that play, the blue Chevy was covered, and he had to tuck the ball and run with it.
Went in for 18 yards by Matheson on the play. Fakes downfield, trying to set up a screen. Miami smells it out. Matheson goes downfield and completes it. It's into Dolphin territory. Reed makes the reception. That time, Matheson showed us some poise.
Well, you give a little bit of confidence to a guy like Matheson, and that's what he'll do to you. He'll come up with the big play, the play that he shouldn't actually make. Don Shula's not a very happy man at this stage in the game. This is kind of like straight football, as I said it earlier on. He likes Reed quite a bit. There's a man-to-man coverage. You see number 44, that's Paul Langford, trying to cover Andre Reed. He comes back to the football. He had a different pattern on, but once he saw his quarterback in trouble, it's simply get open anywhere on the field. And Reed did a good job of it there.
9-yard gain, 2nd and 1, Buffalo. Bell on the pitch. Hurdles across the 40. And it'll be another Buffalo first down. Jay Brophy makes the hit for the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo with its best offensive showing of the afternoon here late in the second quarter. 2:45 to play in the first half. Hank Bulla's team trails 14-0. Other scores from NFL action this afternoon. Chicago, 2 field goals, bidding to remain unbeaten. Kevin Butler has hit another one. Houston surprisingly blanking San Diego in the Astrodome. Zendejas, a 46-yard field goal. Bell is the lone setback. Ramson was in motion. Matheson gets it to Bell. Got a blocker in front. Tries to pick his way forward and is taken down at the 35-yard line. About a 4-yard gain. William Judson, the cornerback, not fooled on that one, as the Bills got some blockers in front, but it went into a short gain for Bell. Clock ticking down toward the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
4 yards.
And that will be the 2-minute warning. We'll take a timeout with Miami leading Buffalo 14-0. Times Miami has scored 1 touchdown with the wind, 1 against the wind to lead 14-0. And the Buffalo Bills with their best offensive drive of the first half in progress now. 2nd and 6 for Buffalo. The ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Matheson 8 for 12 so far this afternoon. Reed in motion. Matheson on the draw. Bell to the 30-yard line. Hugh Green with help from several of the Miami defenders. A little surprised that Matheson didn't go to the air again there with time running out in the first half.
Well, the danger is that if the Buffalo Bills don't come away with any points here, down 14 points to a team like the Dolphins, they're going to be forced to throw the ball on every play. Part of their ability, their great ability to hand the ball off to 2 former All-Pros, Cribbs and Bell in the backfield, they're going to utilize that this early in the game.
Cribbs 20 and Bell 28. The split backs behind Matheson on 3rd and 2. Matheson in trouble. Gets away from one man. He's got clear setting for a first down. He's inside the 20 to the 15. A great scramble by Matheson. Greg Bell sprung him with a block.
Brzezinski on that play had a fistful of Matheson for a little while, but there you see the rookie Matheson, the guy able to get out of the grabs. Look at this spinning ability. That's what a rookie does. He doesn't know the meaning of fear here. And he goes down. Bell makes a nice block down the sideline, but even here, Matheson did not just dive out of bounds. He wanted to get a couple of more yards.
16-yard scramble by Matheson, who has been the best offense for Buffalo this afternoon. Officially a 17-yarder, they say now, and it's a first down at the Miami 13-yard line. Is the lone setback. Reed wide left, Butler wide right. Bell gets the handoff. Not much there. Mike Charles, the nose tackle for the Dolphins, playing it tough in the center of the line. Clock ticks inside 1 minute and is stopped at 59 seconds. Timeout taken by Buffalo. Miami leads. With his back to you and the headset, pacing the sideline for the Buffalo Bills. They need to get a score here before the first half runs out. Timeout situation you see. That was the first taken by Buffalo. 59 seconds left. 2nd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. Bell again the lone setback. Matheson to pass. End zone. With an 11-yard reception from Matheson, and the Bills are on the board. He beat Judson, the quarterback.
And what a catch by Andre Reed. A diving, extending catch. He made Matheson look good on the play. But on the other hand, you have to give Matheson credit. He knew exactly where to go with the football, because that's where the coverage stuck at him.
So Andre Reed with a nice catch, putting the Buffalo Bills on the board. Scott Norwood is in to try to attempt the extra point, as Matheson has to have a confidence booster after that drive. Norwood 16 for 16 on point after touchdown this year. And this one is good. So the Buffalo Bills drive down the field, get a touchdown and an extra point, and pull within 7 of the Miami Dolphins. 55 seconds left in the first half. Let's watch the touchdown pass again.
Matheson, a straight drop back. He's looking for Reed the entire way. It was right at the line of scrimmage where Andre Reed broke past William Judson and makes a fine diving catch in the corner of the end zone. From the other side of the field, here you see again Matheson looking only in one direction. That was to Reed. Watch the extension of Reed diving. The danger here as a wide receiver is coming down on your elbows after you extend that way, popping the football out. But Reed does a good job of tucking his body in and making the touchdown catch.
Matheson taking the Bills 78 yards in 11 plays, 5 minutes, 12 seconds, and capping it off with that 11-yard pass to Reed for the touchdown. What's the scorecard on Matheson so far in your estimation, Jimmy?
Well, Matheson has done very well. The Bills coaching staff has allowed him to gain his confidence by throwing the shorter passes earlier on. And now you've got some problems. Now he's scrambling. Now he's hitting some passes maybe he shouldn't after he's scrambling out of the way. He's 9 of 13 for 82 yards already and a touchdown. His confidence is back up, and that's where you put a young quarterback in a dangerous position. When he thinks he can beat you, he probably can.
There's that scoring drive for the Bills. Matheson has led sort of a charmed life throughout his football career, hasn't he?
He certainly has. He wound up with an opportunity to play here after Hank Bullough saw him play some football, and had the same opportunity in Nebraska after Tom Osborne saw him on a fluke.
Norwood's kick is taken by Hampton. The rookie back on the kick return coverage for Miami. He comes to about the 25-yard line where Lawrence Johnson stops him, and a flag on the play. Jerry Markbright will sort it out and give us the call.
Illegal block, number 84, on the return, first down.
Bruce Hardy is called for the illegal block. Stay tuned at halftime. NFL 85 coming up. Pete Axthelm absent from the scene today, home counting his money, or perhaps ill. I'm not sure which.
And, a little of both, maybe.
Perhaps. And yeah, perhaps he's down on his luck. I haven't been checking his picks lately, but perhaps he is seeking a loan somewhere in the New York area. But anyway, Axe is not on hand. I understand they're going to talk to Joe Theismann at halftime. Is that right?
That's right. Theismann, of course, the injured quarterback from the Redskins, recovering nicely, I understand, from the 2 surgeries they took to repair that injured leg.
Miami backed up to its own 9-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with it. And they go straight ahead with Tony Nathan getting the call on the handoff. And Buffalo will take a timeout to stop the clock with 42 seconds left. And Miami deep in its own territory. The Bills hoping to get the ball back in good field position, maybe to get something more before the first half ends. This telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the expressed written consent of the Buffalo Bills and the National Football League is prohibited.
That penalty changed the thoughts of Hank Bullough and Don Shula from the Miami Dolphins. You would think that under these circumstances with a quarterback like Marino, that they would opt to go ahead and throw down the field to try to get in position for a field goal. However, with that penalty on the kickoff, they're back up to their own 5-yard line. Now that changes the emphasis back to Hank Bullough. Is he going to call those timeouts as he has to try to force the Dolphins to punt from their own end zone and get the ball back and maybe kick their field goal of their own?
Well, Andre Reed with a touchdown just a few moments ago, putting Buffalo Bills on the scoreboard. Here it is again from ground level. Watch the great catch by Andre Reed.
Again, he grabs the ball, tucks his arms in to keep his elbows in toward his body. It allows him to hang on to the football. A great catch by Andre Reed.
The crowd, about 50,000, getting into it here at Rich Stadium. 2nd and 8 for the Miami Dolphins. Send Clayton in motion. Handoff, and again, good running room up close to the first down. Coming with a handoff, Tony Nathan, and a good blocking up front by that offensive line of the Dolphins. We repeat that it is a patchwork offensive line, and really only one backup. Larry Lee, who was acquired from Detroit earlier in the week, is backing up both guards and the center. An injury to the offensive line would be disastrous for Miami, but so far it's done a good job on the running game, run blocking. Miami letting the clock tick down. Looks like they'll be content with a 14-7 lead. Don Shula already heading for the dressing room. See if that late score can give the Buffalo Bills momentum. That's the end of the first half of play. NFL 85 halftime activities in a moment. We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
For the offensive linemen that are getting their first starts today. it's a good position for the Dolphins to take. On the other side, Matheson has been scrambling with the football. He's made some plays maybe he should not have made because he gets out of a play, he throws downfield, gets his confidence up, and that's going to be problems for the Miami Dolphins if they allow him to think that he can beat this team, and it seems that he can't. Statistically, over the first half, it's been a very close football game. First down's a big edge to the Dolphins, 14-7. But look at the rest of the stats. As far as total yards are concerned, there's not that great a difference in time. Go down to the bottom of your screen as far as time of possession is concerned. The Bills have a slight edge in that category. But the most important part of the entire day, very possibly, is in the turnover area. Bruce Matheson of the Bills has not committed any turnovers all day long. They've told him to hang on to the football. If you don't have a clear-cut decision, don't throw the ball, don't throw an interception. As far as passing is concerned, Matheson having a good day, 9-13 on the afternoon, as well as Marino, 11-14 in passing. So when you look at the statistics, you have to think that it's a very close football game. The advantage going to the Dolphins at a 14-7 score. Matheson early on in the game has become the third leading rusher for this Buffalo Bill offense. They've got to get the ball to Bell and Cribbs more often if they're going to try to control the ball and keep that Dolphin offense away from them. Matheson, again, a young guy, has only had a couple of starts all season long, but he's playing well here this afternoon.
Well, here at Rich Stadium, the wide receivers have a problem not only with the weather, but with the shape of the field. Jimmy Cephalo took a look.
One of the problems the Miami Dolphins must contend with here at Rich Stadium is this surface. It has an 18-inch crown on it in order to aid with drainage. However, that can create a problem for wide receivers and quarterbacks. As you see, as I walk towards the center of the field, my legs appear. The crown begins here and slopes down.
And interesting feature, the crown of the field. When you look at it from the press box level, where we are now, you can't see that crown, but very noticeable down on the field with Jimmy's feature that that is something to contend with when you're running a pass route.
As a receiver, it does. Oftentimes you'll notice a receiver in this stadium tripping as he's running a pattern until he gets used to that crown. You are running downfield.
This is a stadium that brings back a lot of memories for you and for Tom Vigorito. Both of you seriously injured here.
Right, a big day for Vigorito, coming back for the first time, playing in a stadium where he sustained a severe injury 2 seasons ago.
Hampton takes the kickoff deep in his end zone, about midway in the end zone, as a matter of fact. He downs it there, and the Dolphins will begin their offensive sets in the second half from their own 20-yard line. Dan Marino on the afternoon, 78.6%, 118 yards, and Matheson doing a pretty good job for Buffalo as well. We expected from Marino and Matheson's performance a little bit of a surprise.
Well, that short passing game of the Bills has allowed him to gain his confidence, and he is doing well with the short passing game. Look for them to stay with it in the beginning of this second half.
Short passing game was clicking for Miami. We'll see if they come right back to it. High formation in the backfield. Nothing there on the running game as Hampton got the call and was hit right at the line of scrimmage by Ben Williams, number 77, the 10-year veteran from Ole Miss. There's Gentle Ben. He only has 1 sack throughout the 1985 season. 6'3", 260 pounds. The running game not there, at least on the first play from Miami. Let's see if they elect to go to the air here. 2nd and 10, no gain on the last play. Opening series of the second half, Miami leads 14-7. Marino does go short. It's incomplete. Good coverage by the linebacker that time on the play. It was Haslett who was able to get a hand and knock it away. Woody Bennett was the intended receiver. Excuse me, Ron Davenport was the intended receiver.
Watch this matchup as you have 2 rookies going against each other. Number 65, Jeff Dellenbach for the Miami Dolphins, the offensive tackle, against Bruce Smith, the number 1 choice in the entire NFL draft. You see, Dellenbach is a tenacious blocker. He wants to do well this afternoon. It's a big opportunity for him. The Dolphins have tried to get him the confidence by going to that short passing game. They'll probably stay with it because of Dellenbach. And, of course, Clark, the guard, who's also filling in for injured players this afternoon.
Shotgun formation for Marino, 3rd and 10. He has 2 tight ends, Hardy and Rose in. Long count. Low snap. He feels it. And it's complete for the first down. Again, it was an in pattern as Duper crossed the middle, and Marino hit him with a strike for 12 yards.
Now, Marino changed the play at the line of scrimmage. He saw something he did not like in the secondary. It looked like there's a fake blitz. It is a blitz. Number 57 in the middle of your screen. That's Lucius Sanford coming across. Roy Foster picks him up. They go to that short drop. Duper makes the angle across the field. It's a 3-step drop and a quick release by Marino.
Steve Freeman made the stop. Looked like he might have had a hand on the face mask. Got help from Rodney Bellinger. But it's a Miami first down as they convert the third down play. And now at the 32, they have 1st and 10. Give on the running play again. It's Davenport who fights his way for yardage up the middle. Williams again makes the stop for the Buffalo Bills. There's Ben Williams, 77. Is he tougher against the run than he is on the pass rush?
He is tough against the run. He's been a veteran here for so many years. He's a 10-year starter, 11 years here with the club. They're trying to utilize, the Dolphins are, Bruce Hardy as a blocking tight end. He's coming in motion, blocking down on people like Williams and again on the nose tackle like Smirlis to aid those young offensive linemen of the Dolphins.
There's that crucial AFC Eastern Division score. The Jets 6-3 at halftime. Nathan smelled out by the Buffalo defense. Smirlis made the tackle. And some extracurricular activities there. Dellenbach was right in the middle of it, the rookie.
That's Dellenbach and Smith. They're two rookies fighting for a little turf out there. And Dellenbach isn't about to back down. But then again, neither is Smith.
Dellenbach, as we mentioned, had played only 2 downs from scrimmage prior to last week's start against Indianapolis.
Watch the battle here. Here's Dellenbach, number 65, has a little bit of the jersey of number 78 Smith, and he gets pushed over the pile by Smith. But again, they're going to keep going at it. This is a rookie battle. A battle will go on all day long. Dellenbach has been doing a good job. Smith does not have a sack on the day.
3 wide receivers, Duper, Moore, and Clayton in for Miami. Rose, the tight end. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 6. Marino again completes the pass to midfield. Rose makes the reception. And again, he came wide open right in the seam of that defense. 13-yard gain. Romes makes the stop.
Let's find out what happens after a little bit of a fight. You'll watch number 22, Tony Nathan. He's told to give out a little bit of help. He nudges him before he goes out into the pattern, helping out. But there's the fight going on again. Number 78, Smith, does not want to put up with the nonsense from Dellenbach. A short pattern once again to Rose coming across the middle. This, one more time, is where you have Clayton and Duper being double-teamed on the outside, allowing the people like Rose and the running backs to get open in the middle of the field.
Ball just shy of midfield. First down for Miami. Hampton spins into Buffalo territory, got a yard or 2. Bruce Smith made the stop that time as Smith on the running play, the big rookie from Virginia Tech, went through Dellenbach to make the stop, we presume. Let's isolate on him on a replay and see if that was the case.
The knock against Smith so far early in his career is that he's not played the running game very well. Here you see he beats Dellenbach to the inside. He says, how's business, to Lorenzo Hampton, the running back, trying to go over the top.
Hampton, another rookie. He's from Florida, 6 foot 212 pounds, who got the carry that time. Got 2 yards at 2nd and 8. Floating pocket to the right. Marino completes it to Clayton. Another Miami first down. Clayton makes the reception at the 35-yard line of Buffalo. Steve Freeman nudges him out of bounds, but Marino, rolling to his right, completed it.
Now, this is one way for the Dolphins to get Marino a little bit more time with that offensive line that is so young. There you see Clark, number 76, leading Marino along down the field. The idea for Clayton is to go along the sideline and tiptoe back towards Marino as much as possible, any way he can, to make the catch. 13-yard gain, another Miami first down. Dolphins driving on their first possession of the second half. 10.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Miami already up 14-7. Some pressure, got rid of it, complete to Davenport. Davenport fighting for yardage, makes the 30-yard line, flags down. Looks like a face mask violation. Davenport's pretty hot about it. And Marino steps in and says, calm down now, Ron. It's just a football game. Come down, come on back here in the huddle.
What kind of guy is Dan Marino? You played with him.
Marino's a fiery guy. He's not afraid to tell exactly what he thinks in the huddle. A week ago when Dellenbach came in, let's listen to the call.
We have a 5-yard face mask foul. Number 55, defense. It's first down. It is not an automatic first down.
Let's see if we can't determine where it comes in. Oh, yeah, there it is over the top. Looks like number 55. That's Hazlitt making the inadvertent face mask. penalty against Davenport. Getting back to that story, a week ago, Marino came in after Dellenbach had come into the football game because of an injury and said, hey, forget about everything else, you just make your blocks. And when you have somebody like Marino, an all-pro, somebody who's received the attention he has, talking to you that way, it makes you play better. That's a leader for you right there in Dan Marino.
Marino, not quite as impressive as his stats last year, but you wouldn't expect him to be. He had a fantastic year in 1984. Began this season with a bit of a holdout, but directing Miami again, perhaps to playoff contention. Flags down. Marino for the end zone. Dropped. Incomplete. Clayton couldn't handle it. Lawrence Johnson on the coverage for Buffalo. Flag at the line of scrimmage. Could be a hold against Miami. Jerry Markbright discussing it with Roy Foster of the Dolphins starting left guard. Don Shula, his team seldom penalized. The last 9 years, the least penalized team in the NFL. In fact, 13 of the last 15 years, that has been the case.
Illegal hands, number 65, offense, first down.
Well, there's Dellenbach, the rookie, who is battling his counterpart, rookie Bruce Smith.
On this particular play, Marino pump fake over to the right to Clayton, and that allowed number 48, and that is Johnson, to come up. Clayton gets behind him. Clayton should have caught that football. That has been something he's had trouble with all year long. Look at the top of your screen. You see he throws the defensive back. Johnson gets wide open behind him. The ball was held up a little bit in the air. Marino could have thrown that a little bit better also, but Clayton should have made the catch.
First down for Miami after the penalty. Marino tried to get it to Duper, incomplete. Ball was a little low. Duper had run an out pattern toward the sideline. Marino's delivery a little off the money that time.
They seem to be trying to pick on Johnson, the cornerback who's in for Charles Romes right now.
Let's check the scores. Chicago bidding to remain unbeaten and doing a good job of it at halftime, up on the Falcons, who had upset the Rams a week ago. 20-0 Bears, looking for their 12th win in succession. Washington leading Pittsburgh, but the Steelers have come back a little bit at halftime 2017. Cleveland maintains its lead over Cincinnati. Second down, 11 yards to go for the Dolphins from the 35-yard line of Buffalo. Hardy in motion. Running room on the left side, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line is Davenport. Pinned to the turf there by Steve Freeman. It's a 9-yard gain. They'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. Third down situation coming up. Miami took the opening kickoff of the second half. They've driven downfield. 9 minutes 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. See the third down conversions for the afternoon.
This is where the Dolphins are very dangerous. 3rd and 3. It's a pass or a run option for them. And with Marino back there, you can't afford to try to jump up on the run. Let's see what they do in this situation.
They do go to the run to try to get the first down. Diving forward and getting close to it is Tony Nathan. He got right to the 25-yard line. Whether or not it's the first down yardage, we'll have to see where they spot it. It could be just a little short. Are you surprised they went to the run that time?
Yes, I am, quite honestly. Their running game has not been up to par the past, well, really all season long. With Marino back there, that play-action pass on third down is a favorite of Don Strock, who's a guy who has a lot to say about which plays are called in the huddle for the Dolphins.
All right, if you're short of the first down here, do you go for it on fourth down?
I don't go for it in fourth down. I don't know what that man will do, but if I was him, I'd go ahead and try to kick the field goal, put the points on the board.
It'd be about a 42-yard approximately field goal attempt for Reveiz. Don Shula is going to have to make that decision right now. Looks like he's going to go for it on fourth down. It'll be 4th and 1. The crowd at Rich Stadium tries to rally the defense as the Dolphins elect to go for it. Tony Nathan in the backfield with Ron Davenport. Tight formation. Davenport stopped short. Eugene Marv stuffed him right at the line of scrimmage. So the Bills get a lift from their defense. They stop Miami on fourth down. They'll have the ball when we come back. 474 at Rich Stadium, where the Buffalo Bills have just stopped the Miami Dolphins on fourth down and now take over on their first offensive possession of the second half. Miami held that ball for 13 plays, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Matheson from his 26. Complete, wide open on the play was Andre Reed. He takes it out of bounds and a Buffalo first down. Paul Langford, the quarterback, beaten on the play. 11-yard gain. Reed is having a big day.
It seems as if they're going to try to pick on Paul Langford as the second half goes along here. Matheson, a straight drop back situation. It looks like they might try to go further down the field. Watch his push at the end. Now, that's perfectly legal, but you see the reaction of the Bills players on the sideline. They didn't think it was necessary. It'll keep Andre Reed thinking the next time, where's Langford at?
That play by the defense, 4th and 1, stopping Miami, has fired Buffalo up. See if they can convert it offensively into some points. Matheson, same play. Another first down. Reed on the same pattern. And now they say no good. Are they saying incomplete? He was out of bounds?
It appears that that was the case, that Andre Reed did not get his second foot out of bounds. This is the same exact play, and the Bills have decided they're going to take this as long as the Miami Dolphins defense gives it to them. Watch this, 1 foot in. The second foot from this angle, it's tough to tell. Let's see if we can see it from this side of the field. He gets 1 foot in bounds. A lot of time for him to drag that second foot. He did get it in. He dragged his second leg, and obviously the officials blew the call.
Might have said he didn't have possession the first time. He bobbled it, but it looked like he had possession and did drag the second foot that time. It goes as an incompletion, however, and it's now 2nd and 10 for Buffalo. Ramsden in motion. Bell on the handoff. Fights his way to the 40-yard line. Mike Charles, nose tackle for Miami Dolphins. Making the tackle as we check other scores. Houston with a 10-point lead at intermission over the San Diego Chargers. Detroit over Tampa Bay 10-6. They're playing in the third quarter in Tampa. And New Orleans still leading Minnesota. It's 23-10 in the third. 3-yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 as the Buffalo Bills get 3 wide receivers in the game. Butler, Reed, and Burkett. Cribbs and Bell are the running backs. Matheson in the shotgun. Burkett in motion. Matheson chased out of the pocket. That's it flies. Butler. Strike. Matheson scrambles, hits Butler for the touchdown.
This is back to street football, as we talked about the first half, Tom. This is what a young quarterback will do for you. They never drew this play up on the bulletin board. Butler comes down, is running a post pattern. He sees scrambling from Bruce Matheson. He puts it up in the air. And a big catch for the touchdown. That's the second big catch that Butler has gotten all day long.
Scott Norwood will attempt the extra point as Butler receives congratulations on the Buffalo sideline. The big defensive play gave the momentum to the offense. They hit Butler for 60 yards and a TD. Here's Norwood. It splits the center. And the Buffalo Bills have come from behind to tie the game at 14. Bills 14, Dolphins 14. We'll be right back. The rounds at Rich Stadium. These Buffalo fans haven't had too much to cheer about this season, but they're cranked up now as the Buffalo Bills have tied the Dolphins 14-14 after the 60-yard pass from Matheson to Butler. It was a 4-play scoring drive that covered 74 yards and took just 1 minute. 2 touchdown passes on the afternoon for Matheson. As Norwood, off a hold from Rome, sends the kick downfield. It's going to come up short. Taken by Hampton. Hampton hurdles his way upfield and is taken down at about the 33-yard line. Darryl Talley with the tackle there. Let's watch the touchdown.
Here's that touchdown once again. Number 28, that's Don McNeil at the bottom of your screen. He's got Jerry Butler man-to-man coverage all over the field and is doing a pretty good job of it. But the scrambling of Matheson forces Butler to change the pattern and go downfield. McNeil falls down as he looks back for the ball, and that's Jerry Butler's first touchdown catch since the injury 2 years ago that he sustained to that leg. Watch it from another angle here. This is the scrambling ability of Matheson. There was a blitz on the inside. He avoids the rush and goes downfield with it to Butler, who makes a great catch to get into the end zone. Big play by Butler and Matheson.
Here's Davenport on first down from Miami, fighting his way for yardage with Bruce Smith and Lucius Sanford hanging on. We've seen Matheson and his scrambling ability really leading to both Buffalo touchdowns today. He had 2 scrambles that led to the touchdown in the first half, and of course that time scrambling out of the pocket and hitting Butler on the longest touchdown play of the season for the Buffalo Bills. down, 7 yards to go for Miami. The ball spotted at the 35-yard line of the Dolphins. Marino will go to the air. Again, a short completion. Taking it out of the backfield for a short gain is Davenport. Davenport will be stopped shy of the first down by Marvin Bayless. It'll be third down coming up for Dan Marino and company, 3rd and 2. Marino, the fastest quarterback in NFL history to reach 10,000 yards passing. And has hit with perfection on the short routes today. He's not been able to get Duper and Clayton open deep, but he's hit the short ones.
Well, that's what people are going to try to take away. The Bills have been double teaming Clayton and Duper all day long, forcing Marino to come underneath to his running backs and tight ends.
6.5 remaining, as you see, third quarter at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park in a 14-14 game. Stopped shy. The play as Davenport got the handoff and was met in the backfield. Rhodes came up to make the stop. Well, the defense is really now catching fire. They stopped Miami 4th and 1 deep in their own territory. The offense got the touchdown for them, and now they stopped Miami on 3 plays.
The Dolphins elected to go behind Dellenbach and Foster, the left side of their offensive line once again, and one more time they were stymied by the Buffalo Bills.
Donald Wilson deep for Buffalo. Reggie Roby in punt formation for the Dolphins. Wilson standing at his own 20. Roby punting against the wind. Flags down. Almost blocked. Low punt. And out of bounds at about the 32-yard line of Buffalo. Flag down at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Markwright, the official. The Buffalo players evidently say it's against Miami. Roby's not had a good day.
No, he hasn't. He's punting with the wind right now. He has not had a good day nonetheless.
Illegal motion, number 11 on the kicking team. Penalty declined. First down. Timeout.
29-yard punt only by Reggie Roby. It hung up only 3 seconds, and Buffalo takes over when we come back. Today on NBC Sports, join us as we renew a holiday football tradition with exclusive coverage of the 46th Thanksgiving Day game. This year's football feast matches the New York Jets against the Detroit Lions from the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. It all starts at noon Eastern Time with NFL 85 and host Bob Costas, followed by Detroit and the Jets on Thanksgiving Day. Bruce Matheson, 11 for 16 today, an emerging star perhaps from the Bills. Comes up short on that attempted one to Butler, however. But Matheson is having quite an afternoon.
11 of 16 for 153 yards and 2 interceptions. The biggest one of that whole group of statistics, though, is that he has not thrown an interception all day long. The Dolphin defense 27th overall in the NFL. When was the last time a Shula coach team was that low on the ratings this time of year?
Has to be never, right?
Probably never. I would imagine so.
Matheson, his scrambling ability has played a big part in the success of the Bills offense this afternoon. Less than 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Game tied 14-all. Ramson in motion. Matheson to pass. Broken up, it'll fall incomplete. A near interception. Brophy, if he could have gotten the carom, could have taken it for a long ways. Unable to handle it, though. Bell was the intended receiver, bounced off a couple of hands and fell incomplete.
Now watch Brophy here. He's number 53 at the top of your screen. He has man-to-man coverage on Bell, the running back. He wasn't fooled by it at all. He comes over, and actually, if he had been paying attention to the football, a little bit less attention to Bell, he would have made the interception. But a nice play by Jay Brophy.
There's Brophy, 53 on the sideline, 2-year veteran out of Miami. On passing situations, however, he comes out, and it is a 3rd and 10 for Buffalo, and Matheson lines up in the shotgun. Cribbs and Bell, the running backs. Complete to Butler right at the first down yardage. Now the ball pops out. Let's see how they rule it. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. Quite a collision there as Butler went for the reception. Mark Brown and Alex Moyer converged on him. The ball popped loose. It's ruled incomplete.
A big tough hit against Butler. This time Matheson looks away at the other side down the field. That enables him to look a safety off. But watch the collision from Butler, and Who is that? That's number 54 for the Miami Dolphins. Alex Moyer on a big hit for Butler. They always tell you as a wide receiver, it's going to hurt whether you catch the football or not. Somehow that makes sense, except when you're running across the middle trying to catch a ball, knowing you're going to get your teeth knocked out.
Looks like they had Butler and Cribbs too close together, enabling Miami to cover both of them. Here is a Kidd with a punt. He's had a great day. This one not so hot. Taken by one of the short men, Blackwood. Gets a blocking wall. Room down the sideline. Finally taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. But a good return. Haslett finally made the tackle. Miami had the wall set up. So Miami has a chance offensively. 4:59 remaining third quarter. Game to Cephalo Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The wind chill down close to 0 now. The Marks brothers, Duper and Clayton, not much done today.
No, Clayton and Duper have been double-teamed all day long, and the secondary of the Bills should be commended. They are third overall in the NFL, and they're taking away the deep threats of the Dolphins this afternoon.
Blackwood had a 16-yard return of that 39-yard punt. Good field position, first down for the Dolphins. Marino, wide open. Duper, first down Miami. Charles Romes, beaten on the coverage, had to come back to pin Duper to the turf. But Duper was wide open for the catch.
When you have somebody with the speed of a Mark Duper, you've got to give him all the room in the world. On this play, Duper runs a very deep comeback pattern. Usually an intermediate pattern will go about 17 or 18 yards. Duper's thinking, I'm going to run at Romes until he turns his shoulders, and I'm going to come back to the football. He makes a nice catch on it. Romes has to be concerned with the speed of Duper, though. There are not many receivers in the NFL that run a 4.340.
17-yard gain, first down Miami from the 36-yard line of Buffalo. Hampton. Tripped up. Good defensive play against the run. Jim Haslett, leading tackler, had 105 coming into today's game. Smelled that one out and took Hampton for a loss on the play of about 3 yards.
The Dolphins are going to have to abandon their running game at this point in the contest. Don Shula and the coaching staff of the Dolphins come into a football game always trying to establish the run, but it has not worked this afternoon. That play there, by the way, Tom, there's a trick play off that particular formation. The Dolphins like to throw the ball back to the quarterback. Let's see if they'll do it to Marino today.
Marino's got a 2nd and 12 here. Don Smith in on the front 3 for Buffalo. Marino looks both ways, still nobody, plenty of protection. Finally finds Clayton. Backpedaling, looking for blockers, and finally pinned down. He must have lost 8-10 yards coming back to try to pick up blockers.
He was trying to turn it into a big play, but he did lose 7 or 8 yards on that play. As a result, the net yardage is probably just a couple of yards for Clayton. It's the same play that they had completed to Duper just previous to that. Now watch it. The same thought holds here. He's going to run at that defensive back until he turns his shoulders. Romes does it. Now street football. Once again, Marino's in trouble. He comes back to the football. But watch this. Trying to pick up some extra blockers. He started at the 31-yard line. Let's see where he ends up. All the way back at the 26. I'm sorry. That's the 34-yard line. Going the wrong way.
It was a 5-yard gain in the books, and it's 3rd and 7 for Miami. Looks like a Miami offensive lineman, Steve Clark, may have dropped back into his pass blocking position too soon. That'll cost Miami 5 more. Clark just converted to an offensive lineman, played both ways in college at Utah. Now discussion. Don Shula stalking the sideline. It was interesting to note Shula after they went for it on 4th down and came up short. He was pacing the sideline looking for somebody to chew out and couldn't quite figure out who to chew out on the play, but he needed to get somebody.
He was looking for an offensive lineman and did not come up with him. He's probably frustrated at this point.
False start. Offense, number 61. 3rd down.
I believe they called the penalty on Roy Foster. Foster, who was a Pro Bowl alternate last year and a #1 draft choice. 4-year veteran out of Southern Cal. Dolphins have been penalized 23 yards more than the Bills today, who've gotten set back for 20 yards on the afternoon. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Miami Dolphins tied with the Bills 14-14, and here facing a 3rd and 12. Spread formation for the Dolphins. Marino lets it go quickly. He was under some pressure. He hit the turf after he delivered the ball, and the pass came up short. Intended for Joe Rose. Perryman covering. And Marino went down after that one, had to hurry his throw.
Jim Perryman blitzed from an outside position and forced Marino to get the ball off a little quicker than he would have liked to. And that was an important 3rd and 12 situation for the Dolphins. It seems another opportunity squandered. They're going to have to call on Roby to punt the ball away.
There is Roby. We repeat, has not had a good day so far, and kicking again against the wind. Perryman on the blitz, fastest man on the Buffalo team, has a couple of sacks this year. So Wilson deep for Buffalo. 30-second clock ticks down to 15. There's Roby. Roby, coming into today's game, had averaged 44.6, 3rd in the NFL. Tries to hang this one up. Wilson calls for a fair catch and drops it. It's going to be dead. The ball will belong to Miami, but they'll have it at the 11-yard line. So Wilson muffs the fair catch. It looks like Joe Carter will get credit for the fumble recovery, and it'll be Miami's ball.
The rule is that he did not have possession of the football, therefore the ball cannot be advanced. It was a muff punt, and it is stopped right at the position.
The receivers, Miami's ball, 1st down.
It looks like Wilson is a little bit unsure of what he should do. He calls for a fair catch a little bit earlier on. He goes up and was not sure because he did not give a clear-cut fair catch signal whether he was protected or not. It seemed like that broke his concentration, and he was unable to come up with the football.
Watch it again. That was Carter that picked it up and ran to the end zone, but it won't count.
You see, he waves just once with his arms, was not sure whether he was going to get the protection needed on a fair catch signal, and the ball comes up in Joe Carter's arm.
It was a muff. He never had possession. Big break for the Dolphins. They've got a 1st down at the 11 of Buffalo. Marino for the end zone. It was Romes. Did he intercept it or did he knock it down? They say no, he was out of bounds. He knocked it down. But Romes made a saving play because Hardy apparently was lined up to make the touchdown reception. Good play by Romes. Already has an interception this afternoon. Let's watch the end of it and see Romes make the play.
It's a zone defense. Romes comes off his man, keeps in his area, and knocks the ball away just at the last second. On that play, Hardy went to the sideline. When he saw that Marino was not ready to deliver the ball, he turned up towards the goal line.
2nd and 10 now for Miami. The ball still spotted at the 11 of Buffalo. Tie game at 14. Less than 2 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Short completion, Marino gets it to Duper. Looks for a blocker, gets one. Angles for the sideline, taken out of bounds at about the 5. Freeman run out of bounds. Freeman runs Duper out of bounds, but not before, again, a short completion. And Duper, instead of going deep, is getting into the short pass routes now.
Duper has a lot of options on this play. He comes across the middle of the field. He can set right there in the zone. He can continue across the field, or he can stop and come back toward the other sideline. Watch him directing traffic here. Hey, Duper's no dummy. He says, hey, give me some help, big guy. And number 34, Woody Bennett, there on the ground, makes a nice block for him.
He'll make a good block on the play, and they'll spot it at the 5-yard line. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. There's Duper who made the last reception. Clayton in motion. Marino stands tall, blocked down at the line of scrimmage. Knocking it down was Frazier, the linebacker, who was coming on the play. Got the big paws up. He is 6'2", and knocked the pass down. Well, the Buffalo defense, put in a tough position by the muff punt, has risen to the occasion.
A nice play by number 2, Frazier, to go up and get in the face of Dan Marino. Looked like he was going inside to number 80, Joe Rose, at the bottom of your screen. Seemed to be open in the end zone. Big play by number 52, Frazier.
It'll be a 23-yard field goal attempt for Fuad Reveiz. Reveiz 17 of 20 in the field goal kicking this year. And it's good. Reveiz has given the Miami Dolphins a 3-point lead. Reveiz 4th in the NFL in scoring. The first Miami rookie to score 100 points, he hopes, in this season. The team record 117 held by Garo Yepremian, and Reveiz, the rookie out of Tennessee, who's been an excellent kicker for the Dolphins this year, hits the field goal to put Miami on top 17-14.
Psychologically, that has to be a big letdown for the Miami Dolphins. After that muffed punt, what a great opportunity to go ahead by a touchdown in the game, yet they didn't net any yardage and were forced to go for the field goal. A big psychological disadvantage for the Dolphins.
Twice the Dolphins have had field position. They went 4th and 1 down deep in Buffalo territory and came up short. This time they have the ball first down at the 11 and have to settle for a field goal. Other scores, that crucial AFC Eastern Division matchup has the Jets still on top. Chicago rolling to its 12th consecutive victory, and Washington leading Pittsburgh by 10. Cleveland continues to roll over Cincinnati. And it is Houston, although San Diego's gotten a bit closer. Detroit leading Tampa Bay. That's a third quarter score, and New Orleans by 10 in the third over the Minnesota Vikings. So an update on all the scores from around the National Football League, and the Jets tied with the Patriots for first place in the AFC East, leading at the moment. Miami with a win here today, they can have no worse than a tie for second. Reve's ready to kick it. Taken by Steele to the 15. Lost his footing for a moment, cuts upfield. Steele with a good return out to the 32-yard line. So now let's go to NFL 85 for a score update. Here's Ahmad Rashad.
All right, Tom Hammond. Dan Fouts in Houston goes to the resourceful Lionel Little Train James. Watch this great catch and an even better run. 67-yard touchdown, but the Oilers have come right back. They've added a field goal. The score is 20-14, third quarter.
All right, Ahmad, thank you. They probably have a fire lit sitting around it there at NFL 85. We're shivering here at Rich Stadium. There was a face mask penalty on the last play, so Buffalo gets a little bit more out of it. Let's watch the replay and pick it up.
Here's a face mask call. Steele's coming up the middle, and let's see, it looks like it's going to be the man from the back, not Joe Corder, number 23, but number 28, Don McNeil, with the infraction.
Steele sang the national anthem before the game today and kind of got Buffalo fired up before the opening kickoff. From their 37. Matheson on a look-in, completes it to Butler, into Miami territory, down to the 45-yard line. Judson the quarterback, but Butler beat him once again.
Matheson is picking apart the secondary of the Miami Dolphins. As we said earlier, 27th in the league in total defense. And in talking to some of the coaches before the game, they've been saying that there's been breakdowns by the Dolphins mentally in different individual situations. This is a team that was in the Super Bowl last year. However, as you see here, Judson getting beat across the middle for an 18-yard pickup. In Butler, that short passing game still working for the Buffalo Bills.
First down Bills in Miami territory. They're at the 45-yard line. Bell tries to get outside and can't. Blackwood spinning him down. Got help from Mike Charles, who came out from the nose tackle spot in a hurry to shut off the outside play. 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The Buffalo defensive coaches huddling with their squad over there, and the Buffalo defense has played well here in the third quarter. Second down, 7 yards to go after the 3-yard run by Bell. Just 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Matheson has done very well at quarterback in his third start for the Bills. Cribbs and Bell, the setbacks. No snap, premature movement. It'll cost the Bills 5 yards. What happened there, Jimmy?
It seems that Matheson was confused about the snap count and took a step back before Will Grant, the center, was ready to snap the football.
Will Grant, 8-year veteran from the University of Kentucky.
Number 7, offense.
In charge of the penalty on Matheson.
See, Matheson thinks that the snap is going to come back, and Will Grant is thinking, well, we're on a different snap count here. He steps back, and that's illegal motion on number 7, Matheson. He says, that's all right, fellas, we'll get it back. He holds his hand up like a veteran already. None
of the other offensive players moved either, so Matheson must have been the one that sort of muffed the count. And with that, the third quarter comes to an end. That's the end of the third quarter. The Dolphins 17, the Bills 14. We'll be back after this message from your local station. Part of the fourth quarter at Rich Stadium with the Miami Dolphins leading the Buffalo Bills 17-14. And in that crucial AFC Eastern Division game, the Jets now up by 10 over the Patriots 13-3. We'll show you the Jets' latest score from NFL 85 in just a moment. 2nd and 12 for the Buffalo Bills, now going against the wind. Matheson's pass batted in the air. It falls incomplete. He had Bell open in the flat. The ball knocked down. Now let's go to Bob Costas at NFL 85 to see how the Jets scored.
That's intended for Bell. Well, Tom, the Patriots were driving and appeared to be about to take the lead till Irving Fryer fumbled at the 2. Moments later, Ken O'Brien to the air. Wesley Walker is all alone, and he burns his way to an 88-yard touchdown. What a turnaround. Jets by 10, as you said. Tom?
All right, thank you, Bob. Here, Miami with a 3-point lead over the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo with a 3rd and 12 coming up, with the ball spotted at the 48-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. And in the opening seconds of the 4th quarter of play, shotgun formation for Matheson. Double wide receivers to the left. Chased out of the pocket. And flags fly as Reed Burkett was the intended receiver. That looks like a pass interference call against Moyer, the linebacker. Burkett, the rookie from Jackson State, on a short route. I don't know if he had enough for the first down even.
Number 54, defense, automatic first down.
It is Moyer called for interference.
Number 54, Alex Moyer, is the guy the Dolphins put into the football game in passing situations. There you see him at the bottom of the screen making a reaction towards the ball. He tries to get out of the way of number 85, Burkett. Saw the football at the last minute and unavoidably got called for the pass interference call.
Good pictures by producer Steve Dans, director Andy Rosenberg, and our entire NBC crew from Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Bell made a counter move one way, came the other way, stopped shy of the 30-yard line. Mark Brown, the linebacker, Glenn Blackwood, the strong safety, combining for the tackle.
We mentioned earlier, Tom, that the Dolphin defense 27th in the league, a team that was at the Super Bowl a year ago, and they're blaming it on the problems they have had mentally. They've simplified their defense, trying to make it easier for people like Hugh Green, who just came over from Tampa Bay a couple of weeks ago, and the young linebacking core. But mental mistakes from a different player on each particular play has caused the Miami Dolphin defense to suffer over the past 6 or 7 weeks of the season.
Bell got 5 yards in the last play, 2nd and 5 for Buffalo. Ball at the 30 of Miami. Fake to Bell. Matheson being chased. And he'll be sacked back at the 40-yard line. Charles finally was able to run him down. Mac Moore also in there on the hit, but there's Charles, the 3-year veteran from Syracuse.
The Dolphins are taking advantage of the mismatch with Mike Charles, a 285-pound nose tackle, against Will Grant, a 225-pound center. On that particular play, Matheson was told to go ahead and try and hang on to the football if he did not have a clear-cut decision. That's what he has done well. Yes, he took a sack, pushes him back to the 41-yard line, but he does not make the big mistake and throw the interception.
The Buffalo Bills have certainly improved in the sack department against Houston a couple of weeks ago. Matheson was sacked, what, 8 times?
Yes, he was. 8 times on the day, but again, they've told him to hang on to that ball unless he has something to throw to.
3rd and 15, as you see, for the Buffalo Bills. Ball just shy of the Miami 40. Matheson delivers it quickly. It'll be short of the first down, complete to Burkett, but he didn't quite get enough yardage for the first down. Blackwood covered him at that point. It'll set up a 4th down situation and a decision for Hank Bullock.
Well, they would have to kick against the wind here in this situation. It would probably be about a 46-yard field goal, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and give it a try.
Well, he's well shy of the first down, about 4 yards. It's 4th and 4. So they will go for the field goal. Scott Norwood has hit 12 of 13 field goals. 49 yards has been his longest. There's Norwood, number 11, leading scorer on the Buffalo team, 52 points this season. A 48-yard, a 47-yard field goal attempt. 47 coming up. He's hit from 49 this year. Low kick. It didn't quite make it. It falls short, and Norwood misses for only the 2nd time this season. Against the wind, Norwood can't connect, and Miami continues to lead by 3. 4th quarter, Rich Stadium, Orchard Park, New York, a game the Dolphins must win to stay in playoff contention. They win today, and they have no worse than a tie for 2nd place in the AFC East. There's the score of the Jets and the New England Patriots, with the Jets leading by 10 for 1st place in the AFC East. But the Dolphins need to put the Bills away. This could be a crucial drive. Marino fires complete to Clayton to the 40 and out of bounds. It'll be a Dolphin first down. Lawrence Johnson on the coverage. 12-yard gain.
Marino has been sacked just 12 times all season long, and as we said earlier, with that patchwork offensive line in front of him because of injury. But look at the quickness of the release of Dan Marino. He has been compared to Joe Namath in that respect. That's why they have just 12 sacks against him all year long. He gets rid of the football quicker than any quarterback in football, and he knows where he wants to go with it.
The short passing game, it seems, has been there all day for the Dolphins.
And the Dolphins are going to have to take advantage of that because the Bills secondary with Johnson replacing an injured Burrows is playing off of Clayton and Duper.
1st and 10 from the 42 of Miami. Take the draw to Nathan. Plenty of time. And right to the defensive player, Lawrence Johnson, who makes the interception and steps out of bounds. I'm surprised he threw it. It was right to Johnson.
It seemed like Duper and Marino were mixed up on the play. It was a zone coverage, and at no time during the pattern was Duper open.
What about Don Shula right now? You played for the man. This has to be a time when you don't want to stand too close to it.
Well, you don't, but I found it's better to go right to the sideline. If he's going to yell at you, don't make him come looking for you. He just builds up steam. Here's the play once again. Watch this. Duper is not open at any time during the pattern. A nice play by Johnson. We said earlier they're going to try to pick on him because he's in. And sure enough, the very next play, no sooner was it out of my mouth than he comes up with the biggest play for the Bills all afternoon.
1st and 10, Buffalo from their own 40. They trail by 3. Matheson. Dropped, incomplete. Intended for Pete Metzlars, one of the tight ends. It would have been a short gain at best. And Metzlars, as he goes up to get it, does not come down with the ball. And Shula is discussing right now the play with Marino and Duper.
There you saw Marino and Clayton discussing, or excuse me, Marino and Duper discussing the difficulty they had. But watch the shot he takes from the opposite side. That's Bruce Smith coming in and taking Marino down. He'll think about it the next time he has to stand in the pocket and throw the football. But Duper and Marino were getting together, discussing the little bit of confusion they had on that last pattern.
2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Ramsden in motion. Bell on the run. Breaks free and comes up to the 48-yard line. Good gain that time on the run. Hugh Green hanging on to Bell, takes him to the turf. However, he got about 8 yards on the play.
Interesting call coming up now for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 2 in this situation with a scrambler like Matheson. I would look for them to try to put the ball up in the air and tell Matheson to take off with it if he gets some kind of daylight.
Bell had an injured left leg, played only in the 4th quarter a week ago at Cleveland, had 0 yardage against Cleveland. The first time in 27 games he was held without a yard rushing. Saw his totals for today over 50 this afternoon. 3rd and 2. Cribbs in motion, comes the other way. Matheson across the middle, off the hand of Ramsden and incomplete. Ramsden was pretty well covered, and Matheson threw it into traffic. So now they face a 4th and 2. Jay Brophy in coverage for Miami. 4th and 2. You've got to punt it away even against the wind.
Yeah, it's too early right now at this time in the football game. 11 minutes, 21 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. They're down by just 3 points. And you've got to hope that your defense will hold, which they've been doing well in all day long, and get the football back. But to give it away right now and go for it on a 4th and 2 would be suicide for the Bills.
The two highly touted punters today have been inconsistent. Generally kicking well with the wind, as you might expect, and not so good against it. He's against it right now as Kidd. You saw Vigorito deep for Miami. Kidd gets a good one against the wind this time. Hangs up there. Vigorito calls for a fair catch and makes it at about his own 19-yard line. So Miami backed up inside its 20. They'll have the ball when we come back. 11-13 to play, and the Dolphins lead by 3. For a look at the collegiate hoop scene on Al McGuire's preseason basketball special, highlighting the show Al's opinions and predictions on such topics as the 1986 Final Four, the 45-second clock, as well as a provocative interview with Indiana coach Bob Knight, plus a trip to the Basketball Hall of Fame. All coming up next Saturday, 1:30 Eastern, here on NBC Sports.
Duper and Clayton with 8 catches collectively on the afternoon, and that is because the Bills are going to double team those people all day long. That's something the Dolphins have had to contend with all year long. They're going to have to throw the ball to people like Tony Nathan out of the backfield if they want to move down the field this afternoon.
Here's Bennett. Finds running room and finally gets up for first down yardage. The play started slowly, but Bennett gathered momentum, and Martin Bayless, the free safety, has to tackle him before Bennett gets a gain of about 15 yards, make it 16 officially, and a first down.
Woody Bennett, a former University of Miami football player, was with the Jets for a while and was cut by that team. A reclamation project by Don Shula has turned out to be a tough runner. Watch him lower his shoulder and try to run over Bayless for another couple of yards and a first down.
Little Mark Duper even made sort of a screen block downfield.
Well, he just chicken fight as a wide receiver. He overly blocked.
He got in his way anyway. First down for the Dolphins at their own 34-yard line. Fighting for yardage up the middle is Tony Nathan. Not much there, a yard or two. Guy Frazier, outside linebacker. makes the stop for Buffalo. Miami clinging to a 3-point lead, 17-14 here against the Buffalo Bills in a must-win situation for Miami. In the meantime, let's check the other scores from around the NFL this afternoon. It is Washington leading Pittsburgh at Three Rivers, an upset in the making there with Schrader at quarterback. Houston playing in the Astrodome, leading San Diego by 6. Second down, 6 yards to go for the Dolphins. Marino completes the pass to Nathan, I think right at the first down marker, perhaps a little short. Romes made the stop. Let's see where they spot it. It'll be close to the first down, and they'll have to measure. Marino comes over to take a look. What about Don Shula this year? How has he been with this team? Has he been tough on them? Has he been easy on them? He's had a lot of problems, a lot of injury problems, some holdouts before the season.
Well, the toughest I can ever remember Don Shula being was during an 11-0 stretch a year ago when the Dolphins won their first 11 football games. It seems that he's tougher on the players when things are going well. He slackens off slightly if it's possible for Don Shula to slacken off, which I don't think so, and you'll see they're going to come up a couple of inches short. Just a couple of inches to go, and that's a situation they wanted to stay away from. But now at 7-4, it's interesting. It's the same situation they were after 11 games last year. He is lighter on the players now than he was at a situation when they had won 11 straight. That's where consistency comes in. He never lets a team get too high, and he never lets a team get too low.
Don Shula, one of the great coaches in NFL history, came into today's game with 249 wins to his credit. Winner of the AFC East 12 times in the last 16 years. He's been to 5 Super Bowls. 3rd and 1, actually 3rd in inches for the Dolphins here, operating from their own 43-yard line. Hardy from the wing goes in motion. In the give straight ahead and up for the first down. Nathan plows ahead and gets 2 or 3 yards. Jim Haslett holding on for dear life. Drags him down, but a first down for Miami.
This is a situation that the Dolphins have failed in all day long. Now they're going to run behind the All-Pro Dwight Stevenson. He just simply falls on top of Smirlis, buries himself, and allows Nathan to go over the top. Usually in this situation, it's the player, whether defensively or offensively, that gets lower to gain leverage. But on that play, he noticed Smirlis trying to submarine him, and Stevenson, the stronger of the 2 players, simply fell on top.
Dolphins way ahead in first downs, but only 3 ahead on the scoreboard. 8:50 to play, 17-14 Miami. Bennett slips and is pinned to the turf. Fred Smirlis down at the bottom of the stack, stopping Bennett, and they'll mark it for a loss in the play of about 1 yard. Second down, and they'll give him a gain of 1 on the play, I guess. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Miami. Detroit leading Tampa Bay by 10 in the 4th at Tampa. New Orleans continues to lead Minnesota in the 4th quarter. Second down, 9 yards to go for Miami. Nathan and Bennett in the backfield behind Marino. Marino steps up. Threads the needle for a completion and a first down. Mark Duper made the reception, and Marino threading it between the defensive players for a 22-yard gain. Romes made the tackle.
Duper is one of the toughest receivers you'll find for his size. He's about 5'9" tall, not the kind of guy you think would want to come across the middle, but Duper does that as well as anybody. He's a tough little football player, and again, people are worried about his speed so much they play off him, allowing him to come underneath on those intermediate patterns.
So Duper now well into the offense as Marino has found him, and Miami with a drive here that they need desperately. They need to put Buffalo away if they can and widen the margin. This is a must-win situation for Miami. Nathan breaks free. Down inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line. Bayless made a saving tackle for Buffalo. Tony Nathan, the #1 rusher for the Dolphins, gets 14 yards.
The offensive line of the Dolphins was a question mark coming into today's game. Stevenson, the man in the middle, number 57, blocking on Smirlis. Look at the hole he creates as Smirlis has stood up, allowing Nathan to get by for a first down.
There's Tony Nathan, 45 yards today in the rushing department. Came in with 403 to lead the Dolphins. Again, they go on a first down run. Again, Nathan, he's down to the 4. Bayless again has to make the tackle. And Nathan, behind good blocking from that offensive line, comes up again as Tony Nathan gets 12 yards on this carry.
Tony Nathan is one of the most underrated football players in the league today. Year after year, he carries the bulk of the work for the Dolphin offense, along with Dan Marino. He comes up across the middle. He's a tough inside runner, a good outside runner. They call on him to block, and he's also their leading pass receiver. Tony Nathan is a man who does it all and really does not receive the credit for his aid in this Miami Dolphin offense.
From the 4-yard line, 1st and goal for Miami. Nathan again. And in for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run by Tony Nathan. They went to Nathan 3 straight times, and he got it done.
Well, he's the guy who's been consistent over the years. They've talked about him fumbling on occasion, but Tony Nathan has been a pro that has been very consistent over the years for the Miami Dolphins. He follows a block by number 34, Woody Bennett, pushing him over through the end zone. And in a situation where they needed that offensive running game to come about to take some time off the clock, the Dolphins prevail. That right side of the line with Clark and Lee doing the job for the Dolphins.
Here's Reveiz. Hit the goal post. It came off. Reveiz missed it. He got kind of a wide snap. The ball got down in good time, but Reveiz missed it. Miami, though, still leads.
This imported beer is all that you'd expect. It has a rich, full-bodied, imported flavor, as you'd expect. Full-bodied, imported flavor, as you'd expect. And a deep, golden color to match its quality taste, as you'd expect. But here's one
for the Dolphins, a brand new long snapper here. The snap is wide. That causes Strock to put the ball down a little bit late, and Reveiz misses the field goal. But number 63, Larry Lee, he was just acquired on waivers from the Detroit Lions on Monday, and apparently not used to that snapping situation of the long people for the Dolphins.
Wilson takes the kickoff by Reveiz and is hammered to the turf at the 20-yard line. Reveiz missing the extra point. He had hit 34 straight, had not missed this season before that one that hit the upright. Send line with a big hit for the Dolphins. Davenport was also downfield on the special teams. Here are the Jets, still leading by 10 over New England in that battle for first place in the AFC East. Chicago blanking Atlanta, rolling to the 12th straight win. Washington upsetting the Steelers in Pittsburgh, ahead by 7. Cleveland rolling over Cincinnati in the AFC Central. Houston, a winner so far over San Diego. They're in the 4th. Cribs in motion. Buffalo has it 1st down. Matheson, plenty of time. On the tip drill, it's taken for a complete pass. Bell in the right place at the right time. Got the carom off Butler and took it for a completed pass. Brophy and Brown defending for the Miami Dolphins, as it was the tip drill for the offense.
Well, in the case of being good or lucky, I think I'd rather be lucky. In this situation, the Bills are in that particular situation. A pass that Matheson threw was a little bit wide on the play. A good play by number 51, Mark Brown. But Bell, as you said, in the right place at the right time. He was lucky on the occasion.
Got a 5-yard gain out of it. 2nd and 5 for Buffalo. Clock approaches the 5-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Miami with the lead. Matheson threw it in triple coverage that time. He was lucky he didn't get it picked off. Ramson, the intended receiver. Brophy almost had it. Check some other scores now. NFL action today. Detroit leading Tampa Bay by 10 in the 4th. And Bum Phillips hanging by the skin of his teeth. He leads at Minnesota 23-16.
Now that the Dolphins are up by 9 points this late in the football game, they're going to zone the entire field. They're going to let Matheson take those underneath smaller patterns, but they're not going to allow him to get anything deep, and that's the reason he's been throwing into coverage. He has nowhere to throw the football underneath, and he does not want to go long. He has not done that all day.
Is it tougher for a young quarterback like Matheson to tell who to throw to in that type coverage?
Yes, it is, because he looks across and he sees all white jerseys. It's tougher to thread the needle.
See the clock. Now in 5 minutes. Here's Matheson. Scrambles out of there with a run. He's got a 1st down and slides to the turf shy of the 40-yard line. Matheson again showing his running ability. Gets the Buffalo 1st down. Don McNeil pinned him. But Matheson several times today has scrambled. He had a couple of 17-yard scrambles in the first half. He scrambled on his 60-yard touchdown pass to Butler, and here he gains 13 yards.
That was a situation where the Dolphins could have put the game out of reach for the Bills. A 3rd down, long yardage, and Matheson takes a busted play to go ahead and get the 1st down.
The New England Patriots have come back with a touchdown. They now trail the Jets by 3 in the fourth quarter at the Meadowlands. Matheson on first down. Delivers a strike complete to Reed. Reed tackled at the 45-yard line of Buffalo. It'll be short of the first down. Hugh Green in coverage from an outside linebacker spot.
The secondary of the Dolphins has been the Achilles heel of the team all year long. They have not performed well, as we said, 27th in the NFL. And here underneath, Matheson does a good job this time finding the open man in that zone. He threaded the needle on that occasion.
9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. Does he go for it all here?
In this situation, yes, he might as well. He doesn't want to throw those long passes. He's had success with the shorter ball, but in 2nd and 1, why not?
Matheson pumps and is sacked. He tried to get it in the flat to Bell with 2 white-shirted Dolphins out there smelling out the play. Hugh Green right there with that face plate in his helmet that protects his eyes after an auto accident he suffered in Tampa. But he's the man that gets credit for the sack. Indecision on Matheson's part here.
Mike Pagel, the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts a week ago, said that Hugh Green reminded him of Darth Vader with that face mask. And in that situation, I think Bruce Matheson probably agrees.
3rd sack of the day for the Miami Dolphins. That was a big one. Sets up a 3rd and 17 for the Buffalo Bills. And timeout taken by Buffalo. Matheson a little bit confused, and on a 3rd and 17 with only 3 minutes 17 seconds to go, he doesn't want to take any chances. On his left arm there you see the plays that Buffalo runs today, a list of the plays that he carries with him. Usually the Buffalo bench will signal in just a number to Matheson, and he looks on his wrist at that little list of the plays, and whatever number they give him corresponds to the play he will call. That's sort of an innovation, isn't it?
It is an innovation. Usually they have to go through a very complex form of signals on the sideline to give him a formation and a particular play. This allows him to simply go to a number. They give him a very simple signal, and there's no way for an opposing team to go ahead and take the number off of his wristband, of course, unless they rip it off him. So it's a safer way to go ahead and get the plays into a game. It saves time, and it saves confusion.
Next, we'll have the defense trying to steal that off the quarterback. They'll try to strip him.
Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
Don Shula pacing the sideline, and his Dolphins in command now, but desperately needing this win to stay in that race for the playoffs. Next Sunday, join NBC Sports as we continue our coverage of the NFL season. Most of you see either the division-leading Denver Broncos as they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, or the interconference battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants, plus other regional action. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area, and start your day with NFL 85 and host Bob Costas. All here on NBC Sports. Matheson, after conferring on the sideline, ready for his 3rd and 17 situation. He goes long. Butler, incomplete. Butler just streaking downfield, drew double coverage. Matheson hung it up there, but Butler couldn't quite get to it. Here's the first final score of action this afternoon. Cleveland romping over Cincinnati 24-6. San Diego 28-27 has come from behind to take the lead over the Oilers in the Astrodome. Tim Spencer, a 15-yard run, the last score. And Detroit leading Tampa Bay, but the Buccaneers a little closer. James Wilder with a 6-yard run for the Bucs. Vigorito deep for Miami, punting situation. Kidd sends it downfield. Vigorito, fair catch, taken at the 32. 3 minutes, 4 seconds remaining, and you would expect Miami now to try to go to that running game and control the clock.
They'll try to control the game with Tony Nathan and Woody Bennett blocking for him, as they did on that last drive.
Well, a good crowd here, over 50,000 at Rich Stadium today, but perhaps giving up a little early. It's 23-14, Miami leading, 3:04 to play, and perhaps a little chilly, going to try to warm up. We go out there in front of our booth for our on-camera position, and it is chilly out there. Jimmy Cefalo, you'd never guess he went to Penn State. He was shivering like a madman.
The blue in my face was not makeup. It was simply a little bit of the cold.
Hank Bullock trying to rally his troops. Miami must control the ball now, let the clock run, and preserve that 9-point victory if they can. See, the clock was 3:04. Give on the run to Bennett. Bennett gets some good yardage, about 9 yards on the play. Bennett really has run well today and has gotten a couple of key blocks on the afternoon.
Don Shula has decided to go to the veteran running back core and Woody Bennett and Tony Nathan this late in the football game with just 2.5 minutes left to go. He doesn't want to risk a fumble, and these two players have more experience at getting down in this kind of a situation.
Woody Bennett with 6 carries for 37 yards, but he has had a couple of nice blocks, including the touchdown run by Nathan. He had a good block.
That's one of his strengths. He is really the H-back in the offense. Now, what that means is he's kind of like a second tight end, a great blocker, as a matter of fact.
2nd and 1 after the 9-yard gain on the last play as we approach the 2-minute warning. Nathan plows straight ahead and gets the first down. Haslett makes the stop for the Buffalo Bills, who are in danger of going 2-10 on the season here. They are competitive, though. Their record doesn't indicate that, but they are a competitive team.
They very much so. They are competitive. As you see, Washington over Pittsburgh 30-20 in the 4th quarter for a number of reasons. Hank Bullock knows that next year he's going to take a look at these games when they were close. He's going to want to know who gave up, who quit on them, and the people who did will not be here as members of the Buffalo Bills next season. That's their incentive.
Hank Bullock, of course, known as a tough taskmaster, a defensive coach. He was 28 years as an assistant before getting his first head coaching job. A 51-year-old native of Scranton, Pennsylvania, who took over an 0-4 team when Kay Stevenson was fired, and has earned the respect of his players. Buffalo taking that timeout. Dan Marino conferring with Don Strock on the right and Don Shula in the center of the picture.
Don Strock, the man who was in your picture there with a stocking cap on and a jacket, is actually a coach on the field. He has a lot to say about what plays are called in the huddle. Look at Marino's midsection there, number 13. That's because he has some lining in there so he can keep his hands warm. He can't wear those gloves we talked about earlier as the quarterback, but it's a lined pocket for him to keep his arms warm.
I didn't think he gained that much weight. He's really a celebrity now, isn't he? 24 years old, but quite the darling of National Football League fans.
Don Strock has had a lot to do with the development of Dan Marino. There you see Strock on the sideline. Now, he knows how to keep his arms warm, but Strock has kind of taken on the mode of a personal coach for Dan Marino. He tells him where to go with the football. He tells him what to look for, and he is taking the experience of people like Bob Greasy and the people before him and transferred it to Marino, and he's done very well with it.
It's almost like a passing of the torch, isn't it, from one generation to another, although they're not that far apart. That's Woody Bennett on the carry as we come to the 2-minute warning. So we'll take a timeout here as we get the 2-minute warning with Miami leading Buffalo by a score of 23 to see you in action today, Jimmy. He still thinks he's in Miami, as a matter of fact. Probably one of those guys that dogged you and Marino all around the Super Bowl last year, one of those celebrity hounds.
Well, he's not going to get much of a tan here in Orchard Park this afternoon.
Matheson has done a good job for the Bills today, though his team on the short end of the score, 23-14, as we come to the 2-minute warning. What about that Super Bowl last year with Marino? Weren't you his roommate?
Yes, I was. Danny and I were roommates at the Super Bowl a year ago, and the notoriety that he has received is really amazing, and he handles it very well. Coming into the... there's a couple more Dolphin fans for you. I think a Bill fan on the right. Coming into the hotel last year in the Super Bowl, there were thousands of people trying to hound Danny, and he was very gracious. But a security guard grabbed him and tried to take him through another door to give him a little bit of peace and quiet. And I was with him, and we kept going through other doors and through a kitchen. I finally looked at Danny and said, "What am I doing to the kitchen? I'll meet you outside." And I simply said, "The heck with it," and met him in the car.
2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Dolphins. Ball right at midfield. Bennett gets the call and the carry and comes up for another Miami first down. Woody Bennett's having a great game today, carrying the ball and blocking. Lawrence Johnson making the stop for Buffalo. Woody Bennett, 7-year veteran out of the University of Miami. What a good game.
He's as consistent a football player as you'll find in the NFL. He was, as I said earlier, released by the Jets, and Don Shula has taken him and converted him to a starting fullback. He runs with the ball very well. He doesn't fumble the ball often, and as I said earlier, he is a great blocker. They use him in that double tight end formation when necessary.
First down for Miami. Jimmy, this is your first time to broadcast a Miami game since your retirement. Do you miss playing at all?
With the wind chill factor next to 0, I'm very happy and comfortable in the booth up here with you, Tom.
See, the way you were shivering earlier, I would say that was probably right. Woody Bennett gets the call again. Miami, though, has performed well in the cold. They went to Denver. They won a game in cold weather and snow against the Broncos earlier this season. Now they come to Rich Stadium, the latest they've ever played at Buffalo, and they're apparently going to come away with a win and a wind chill factor down around 10 degrees or so.
Yes, I agree with that, Tom, but Don Shula is not a happy man at this point in the season. They'll go to 8-4 with a win here this afternoon, but they have not performed like the AFC champions champions defending they are. He has thought all along that they have not played up to their potential, whether it be for injury or other reason. This is not the same Miami Dolphin team that went to the Super Bowl a year ago.
Is it too late for them to rally and reach their peak in the playoffs?
With Don Shula as the head coach, no. As I said before, he keeps an even keel on the players. He lets them know he's a great motivator. If anybody can take this team from an 8-4 finish right now, and again, they are going to be second in the NFL, he's the man that can do it. And Don Shula is going to lead this team to the playoffs one way or another.
22 seconds left. The officials have called a timeout for a measurement. Now they restart the clock, which ticks down to 15 seconds. Hank Bullis says, stop it. And Buffalo does with a timeout. That's their final timeout. Stops the clock with 11 seconds left. We'll be back in a moment. Miami leads by 9.
When you're dealing with higher volumes of information and need answers fast, you search everywhere for solutions, but find it hard to get on top of things. That's why IBM created the personal computer.
Clock ticks down now from 10 seconds with Miami holding that 23-14 lead and on the verge of getting their 8th win of the season against 4 losses, and they'll be tied for second in the AFC East, regardless of the outcome of that New York Jet New England Patriots game. You see Romes congratulating Don Shula as Shula leaves the field, racking up victory number 250 in his NFL coaching career. So the Miami Dolphins come away with the victory and stay in the race in the AFC East. Now let's go for an NBC News update.